There we go. There we go. So they didn't miss much. So like I was saying, the reason why I named this business mindset is the best asset is because so many people want to get into entrepreneurship. I want to start a business because, of course, the freedom, the money, all of those things. But it's like, once they get into it, they realize like, whoa, this is going to take a different level of me than what I'm used to. And that requires a different mindset, right? New mindset, new results. So what is a mindset? A mindset is a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself, right? And influences how you think, how you feel, and how you behave in any given situation. If I have a mindset to say, oh my God, the world is such a bad place and this and that, and it's like, I'm going to go out into the world and be mad and be angry. But if I have a mindset that says, life works for me, nothing happens to me, everything is happening for me, then it's like, no matter what the situation is, whether it's looked at good or bad, I know that everything is always working out in my favor for me because life happens for me. That's how I view the world. Your mindset can also be your perceptions, how you perceive things, right? So what is your why? The other day I was speaking with Aston and he said something that really, really, really stuck to me. He said, if your why does not make you cry, then why are you doing it? So like your why has to be your purpose. What is your purpose for wanting to start a business, right? And that's one of the most important questions that you have to ask yourself. Why am I in business? And if it's, let's just go ahead and say this, like, if you're in business to sell, then it's going to be quite challenging because not everybody can sell, but everybody can serve. So as we get into changing our mindset, I want us to take that word sell out and kind of put it to the back and let's put serve. Because once you serve, you can sell a whole bunch of stuff from serving one purpose. But if you're just selling one thing, then that one thing, it may serve a few purposes, but it's better to say, hey, I can serve this to you. And with me serving this, I can offer this tool, this resource, this knowledge, these products. You see what I'm saying? So much comes from you serving your customers. And by you serving your customers from like what's truly in your heart and what you're truly passionate about, that is where your why is going to come in. I do what I love. For example, I do what I love because there wasn't a place for weirdos like me. You know what I'm saying? My family, they love to call me weird. They love to be like, oh, she over there playing with them rocks, playing with them stones. And I'm like, you know what? I need to create a space where other rock lovers and crystal lovers can be. And that's what I'm doing. So, the more that I get deeper into that, that's my why. And again, if your why don't make you cry, then why are you doing it? When you're really passionate about something, you're going to feel it. You're going to have this deep desire within you, and that is going to always have that fuel up under you. So 3 important traits to help you establish a healthy business mindset, right? You have to have emotional toughness. And one of the reasons why you have to have emotional toughness, just looking at my notes, guys, is because business is not a one-way like path. It's never a straight path. Just when you think you're on a straight path, you gotta go this way, that. Like the more you learn, the more you realize, Lord, I gotta learn some more, right? So emotional toughness. Emotional toughness is needed because what happens when you're not able to reach your customers? You got a great service or a great product, but for some reason you just can't reach your customers. What are you gonna do? You're gonna quit? You're gonna stop? I mean, you could cry, but are you gonna quit? So emotional toughness has to happen because not every customer is for you, and we're gonna get into that when it comes to marketing. But even if you do have something that is really helpful, you may not always reach your target, your mark, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But through that emotional toughness, you're gonna be resilient, you're gonna keep going. Family pressure. Again, my family would be like, why this girl outside talking to the moon at 12 o'clock in the morning? Why? Because that's what we do. Okay, us crystal lovers, we know. Go put your crystals out by the moon, go charge them. So, the family pressure, of course, my family, excuse me if I'm a little too loud, sorry. But my family, they definitely questioned me about what was I doing. Was it safe? What exactly does that do for you? And let's just go ahead and put that out there, because even if you don't have a business yet, or you're thinking about starting a business, let's just go ahead and put this out there. Once you get over them, okay, you're gonna be able to get over anybody, because your family gonna be the ones that doubt you first. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. You can ask anybody that's on this Zoom that has a business or that had to go, I wouldn't say against the grain, but had to go swim upshore when the rest of the fish are swimming downshore. The family pressure can either make you or break you, but if you really want it, it's gonna make you. And then like once you really get over the family pressure, anybody else is going to be easier, because if you can get over the ones that you really, really love that are close to you, then when it comes to a stranger, that's sticks and stones may break my bones and words may never hurt me. That's what I do. I do a sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, because I can no longer allow that to hold me back. And that's what I used to do. And now that I stood into my power and I said, this is who I am, and this is what I do, and this is what I love, and this is my passion, they have no choice but to let me be me, because they see it's something up inside of her that she ain't about to stop. So emotional toughness, the market conditions. Every business has its peak moments and they have their downtime. When you have your peak moment, oh, okay, money flowing, money going, bling, bling, come the money tree, whatever that love song is. But when the market is slow, it's like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna bounce back? How are you gonna stay afloat, right? So if you're not emotionally tough, then it's gonna be a bit hard for you to be like, there's nothing I can do in this situation except to create more and just to dig deep inside of me and see like how I can solve this how I can solve this situation and come up with a simple solution to make sure that my business stays afloat or stays constantly engaged during not so conducive market conditions. Innovation and problem solving. This is another important trait that you need to have established to have a healthy business mindset. Okay, how to see problems as opportunities. You have to see the silver lining in it. Like if you're not able to see the silver lining in it, you're going to get very burdened and overwhelmed, because like I said, going into business is not a straight shoot. You know, you're going to have to veer off road sometimes and maybe take a different route than what you thought you were going to take. But if you're able to say, you know what, I'm gonna take this route, and in that route, I can also create this. I can also get this new service, this new product, or this will help better serve my people than doing this. So you have to be able to see the problems and opportunities. You have to be able to overcome any business challenges. As for me, I'm a creative. It's nothing for me to create. I could create, give me a song, and I'm telling you, out that song, like I could just connect with the song and create something. However, when it comes to the other side of the business, which is like the numbers and the business structuring, and thank God for Nakosha, because that's her specialty, guys. She's really, really great with that. And the business credit, that's another thing. Nakosha is really, really great with that. You know, that's not my forte. So that's a business challenge that made me like really develop a lot of resilience and just a lot of great characteristics that stemmed into my personal life and my business life, because it's like I had to find a way to solve this problem, right? And being able to find solutions. Again, if there's something that you know that you need to get done for your business, but you may not specialize in that, reach out to different resources. You need to, let's say, get a logo or something made. What about Fiverr? Or what about somebody that you know that's a graphic designer? Like as a business owner, you're going to have to outsource other things, other people, because you have to do other things in your business and free up time. Multitasking. Speaking of which, multitasking. You can't do everything, okay? Let's not be a jack of all and a master of none. I've even had to tell myself, like, focus on one thing right now and then get that one thing going, and then you can go to other avenues, because it's true, we're all multidimensional. We all have different characteristics, different traits, different gifts, but it's like a muscle, like working on your body. You know how they tell you to go in the gym, and some people do full body, but they tell you leg day, arm day, back day. It's because we're focused on a target muscle and we're focused on building that muscle. And that's the same thing with business. Once you focus on building a certain area of your business and you get good at that, boom, move on to the next. And I'm more than sure that whatever you use, whatever method you use to build that one muscle or that one target area of business, you can use those same methods and apply them to the next area, right? So multitasking business is not a one-way street. And not only that, you have to be able to focus on several different things. With you focusing on several different things, you have to learn how to delegate those tasks. And that's going to help you with not getting burnt out. Because when I put that survey out, a lot of you guys voted that you needed help with not getting overwhelmed and burnt out. And I'm here too, because I'm still learning this. So we're going to discuss that as well. Once your mindset is sustainable, you can be a better leader. If you're starting your own business, then you must know that you're going to have people up under you. Again, when it comes to multitasking, when it comes to delegating, you're going to need a team. When I said, you know what, I want to give back to my community and I really want us to really create that generational wealth, because it's up to us, y'all. Like, y'all know what it is. It's up to us. Every single person on this Zoom meeting knows that they have something inside of them that the next may not have. And, you know, it's okay. But you were put on this earth for a certain reason, to complete a certain task. And in order for you to do that, you're going to have a team also. I said, okay, who can I get? And honestly, I said, boom, Nakosha, boom, Aston. I could have done this. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this by myself, because I need a team. In order to be a great leader, you have to have a team. Now, Kosha has her business. She's going to need a team member. She's going to need me to come in and do certain stuff. Boom, she's her leader. She's the leader. I'm her team member. Aston has multiple businesses. He also has multiple platforms. He may need someone to speak. He's the leader. I'm his team member. So when you work in collaboration like that, you all can be leaders for different sections and you all can be on the same team. It's like really about time that we collaborate, because there's no competition. When you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table, and you really showing up as your true self and bringing your unique gifts, the next person is never competition with you. It's always, how can we help each other? Because there's always going to be an equal energy exchange. Boom. Leadership. These are the core values or core principles, let's say that, of leadership. Leaders have purpose, they have values, and they have a mission, right? The purpose is what deeply engages us. This is what keeps us going. This is what gives us our power. Like I told you, I used to try to hide who I was. It's only so long you can run away from who you truly are. And I can't continue running away from who I am. These are the things I love to do. These are the people I love to be around. Yes, I love to hug trees. Yes, I love to walk outside with my feet barefoot. Yes, I talk to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, those little things, people be like, oh my God, that's so weird. And I'm like, oh my God, but it's so me. This is me standing in my personal power. This is the purpose that I have. And when you have a purpose, again, your purpose gives you personal power, right? This makes us courageous and it makes us resilient. Again, I had to have courage to stand up to family members, or not even stand up, just hold my ground or stand my ground and not let anyone try to detour me from what I was doing or what I wanted to do. It energizes us to take risks and to move beyond our fears. Again, this space that I'm in right now, I have never been here. I have never had this much courage, this much confidence. And every day I'm getting like more clarity and more creativity. And I love it. It's because I'm really following my dreams. I'm really standing in my power and following my purpose, right? Values, integrity. For me, integrity is what you do when nobody is looking, right? Now, for me, I have items that I ship. I personally will not sleep at night if I know I did not wrap an item correctly, because some of my items are very, very fragile. That item break, I'm going to automatically have to give that customer another item, because why? I knew I didn't do that right. And I'm not going to sleep right. So integrity is really like it comes from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have integrity. It's what you do when nobody is watching. And that is what is always going to make you be a great leader, right? Confident leaders are good at making tough decisions, right? And inspiring others to achieve their potential. This right here was, I wouldn't say a tough decision, but it was definitely like oh my God, I'm going to have to put myself out there and speak, and oh my God, I can't even see myself right now, but I know you guys can see me. I have to be confident in what I'm doing. And I know that this is inspiring y'all to be like, you know what? Just as she did that, I could do it myself. Because even if we're in the same business, or even if we're not, somebody on here, DJ, she's a nail tech. You know what I'm saying? She's also stepping into being a traveling nail tech. So it's going to come to a point where DJ is going to have to be like, okay, I have younger girls up under me that want to learn how to do nails, or whoever wants to learn how to do nails or become a nail tech. Let me go ahead and host a Zoom meeting. You have to be a confident leader and inspire others. Leaders display the value of commitment when they invest in developing long and short-term plans. When it comes to long and short-term plans, a lot of that is based on what we want to do in our personal life and what we want to see in the world. And one of my best and like near dear quotes that I hold to my heart is be the change that you want to see. Because right now it's all about leading by example. And people really have to see you doing it in order to be like, this is attainable. Just like she's doing it, I can do it too. So that's why just displaying the value of commitment is going to make you a great leader, because you're leading by example and people are seeing that it can actually be done. So you are inspiring people. Your mission. Why does your business exist? What is the purpose for your business? What is the overall goal? What makes you different from the rest? When you have a mission and nothing can stop that, it's like people automatically want to help you. They automatically want to come on board. They automatically want you to succeed. Why? Because they see that you're doing something positive in the world and something that the world needs. And it just makes them feel like, you know what, I'm going to help you because you're genuine. And that's where that integrity comes in, with the purpose, with the values and the mission. So that is the segment on mindset, guys. We can always dig deeper into this when it comes to the questions. And I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Nakosha. And I see that we have some stuff in the chat, but I couldn't watch it. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Nakosha. Boom. Can you hear me, Nakosha? I'm going to mute myself.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Let me see, can I start my video? See. Oh, let me see, can I take this background thing off first? Hold on, let me see. I don't even know how to, I don't know. None. Let's see if that works. Take it off. Okay, there we go. How y'all doing?
Good, we can see you and hear you. Good.
You can hear me? Okay, good, good. All right, well, Brittany, you did an awesome job. I wanna say thank you for putting all of this together for all of us. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm glad to be in the room with all you guys. I'm going to start by just telling you guys who I am. If you don't know me, my name is Nakosha Bethencourt. I am a business consultant. I specialize in business coaching, business credit, and working with government contracting. I am a native of Lucha, Louisiana, but I now reside in Texas. So my background, I pretty much came up working in the gas and oil field. I worked for Turner for a lot of years where I learned a lot of stuff. I was able to be in these big old meetings, and I was able to work around these people that I got to see some of these people doing things, you guys, that, so for instance, like our people, most of the guys, they're so big on being an operator. And if you are operator, then you own. Well, working for Turner, I would be in the office doing like payroll and document control and stuff like that. And I would see these other young guys, other young white guys would be there. And I know that they are a scheduler and a planner, and I know how much they're making. And I'm sitting here looking at them and I'm like, what what y'all doing? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Let me see what y'all doing. So I always was the type to just like to watch around, you know, what people were doing around me. And if it intrigued me, then I wanted to go out and see how they do it and, you know, what it's all about. So that's how I got into scheduling and planning. Moving from Turner, I worked for, I was a chemical lab analyst at Noranda in Gramercy. I worked for Noranda for 3 years before I resigned. I would love working for Noranda. I made a lot of money. I had great benefits and everything with Noranda. When it came to the end of the month, everything fell on me for the plant. I had to produce the numbers. So it was like really stressful. 3 years ago, tragedy struck in my life, and I just couldn't take working for somebody else and then dealing with what I was dealing with in my life. 3 years ago, there was a car accident. My daughter passed away 3 days later, and I started suffering with anxiety and it just changed me as a person. So to show up for somebody else and when they expected you to and different things like that, it just took a toll on me, and I just resigned. Nothing on the company. The company was awesome to me, you guys. They were awesome to me. I'm not going to even lie. I love working for Noranda. So that's what pushed me 100% into entrepreneurship. I moved to Texas and I said, okay, I'm gonna try to go back to work. Maybe I was just really grieving and so I'm gonna try to go back to work. Well, I went back to work and that didn't work. I wanted to fight. I didn't want nobody to tell me nothing or anything. So that's when I knew that it was time for me to work for myself. We put so much into working for other people. And y'all, I'm not saying anybody to quit your job today or tomorrow. I'm just saying. But just think about it. We show up for them on time, because if not, we're going to get penalized or they're going to be mad, So we make sure we're there on time. We do what they want us to do by a deadline. If you can do all of that for somebody else, and sometimes you don't even know who owns the company. They might be sitting on a beach somewhere on a golf course, and we struggling, dropping our kids off 3 hours before they're supposed to even get up for school, different things like that. So that's what pushed me more into entrepreneurship. 2021 was my first year of working completely for myself. I didn't work for anybody else. So this was my first year of full entrepreneurship. And it was a lot of ups and downs. It was not easy, but I also took a lot of time and I invested into a lot of learning material and stuff like that. I took on government contracting courses. I took grant writing courses and different things like that. I got into business credit. So when it comes to starting a business, I'm gonna go through those just a few things like that. I don't want to hold y'all too long. So the first thing I told y'all about being my own boss. That's what I do now. I have my consulting firm, which is Bethencourt Business Management and Consulting Firm, where I help entrepreneurs start their own business. But I want to make sure when we start in our business that we're structuring our business correctly, so that way we can start leaning on business credit, building our business credit so we can leverage it and get further in our business. And also that way we're setting ourselves up to where we can work with the government and get government contracts. Because before last year, I didn't know that it was that easy for us to get government contracts, but it is. So, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that. So once you decide that if you have a hobby or if you have a real business in mind, because some of us, we have hobbies, we just like to do crafting and stuff like that. But a lot of us, we really put into it and it's our business. So again, that takes you to when you're starting a business, you want to make sure that you're registering it and you're getting it structured right. So I have a business checklist that I like to give to my clients, but everybody that's on here tonight, if you would like, this checklist is going to be free to you on my website. I'll give you the link and everything like that, so you can go and get this exact checklist. So the first thing you want to do is, and you'll have it, you can go down and just check as you're going through it. So you want to register your business with your state. That's through your state secretary. You just look up, state secretary for your state. If you're in a different state besides Louisiana. You get your EIN, that's free. Also, After you get your EIN, you want to go ahead and you want to apply for a DUNS number. Real soon in April, actually, DUNS number is going to be going away. It's not going to be going away for business credit because you still need it to build your business credit. But when it comes to setting up everything that you need to work with the government, you're not going to need the DUNS number. They're going to be switching it to UEI or somebody. They're going to be switching it, but you still need your DUNS number. So again, your DUNS is free. Once you get your DUNS number, you also want to go and open up your business bank account. There are business bank accounts that are online as well. You guys, you don't have to go and walk into a a bank account, You can actually open up a business bank account online. I know there's like Blue Vine, Nova, I think. I was supposed to write these down, y'all, but I'll get them to you before the end of the night. But it's different ones you can register with. Once you get that, then you want to make sure that you list yourself in 411 directory. You want to get a virtual address. If you don't want to use your house, you really don't want to use your house address, because when it comes time to start working with the government, and when it comes time to go into when it comes time to going to like the big lenders, you want to present yourself as very professional. So most of the times when you're going to like these big lenders, when it comes to that point, you guys, they're already looking you up before you even come in the door. So they're looking up your address, they're Googling you to see what's going to come up under your business. So you want to make sure that you have an online presence. You want to make sure that everything matches across the board. Your so on your EIN, on your DUNS, everything, you wanted to make sure. Yes, Navy Federal is also a great thing. So yes, they are. You just got to have that what you call it, the code or the X, I forgot the word they call it. You could get it from somebody. Yeah, the access code. Yeah. Because you have to have membership in order to open up a business bank account with them. Is right. Yeah. So once you get your online presence, so this is free stuff right here. 411, Google Business, those different things like that. It's free to list yourself on those websites. So you want to make sure and list yourself on those websites. You want to set yourself up correctly. Get your logo, get your website. Websites are not expensive. Actually, they have some that are free. So you want to get your website, even if it's just a landing page that has a few links to click on there. You just want to have something that when they put your business name in there, it pops up. Next, you want to make sure that you have you can have a business PayPal. You want to have a professional email address. You don't want it to be inbethencourt@gmail.com. You want it to be whatever your business name or your name at the business name. So like my email is Nicosia@bethencourtconsult.com. It's never at gmail.com or yahoo.com. That's not a professional email. So you want to get yourself a professional email. And then you want to have your social media. You want to have social media presence. So moving along from that, I wrote down some notes when Brittany was talking. But once you have all of that done, and like I said, the checklist is going to be on my website. You can get it off the website. Some things you may need, some things you might not need, but most of it you're going to need to make sure that your business is structured correctly. And again, if there's some things on there that you don't know what it is, y'all, Google is going to be your best friend. If you are in a webinar, sort of if you're in something like this here and someone is talking about something and it may strike you as you don't know or something like that, jot it down. And when you get time, go Google it. Educate yourself on it. Even though somebody is giving you a lot of information and a lot of knowledge, you want to make sure that you do your part and that you go and Google and research for yourself. Don't just take everything that somebody is giving. YouTube as well. So you want to make sure that you do your part and go in check for yourself. Okay, so once you get that checklist complete, then that's when you want to start building on your business credit. Because when it comes to business credit, you guys, you want to make sure again that everything matches across the board. Actually, I've always had different businesses, but I've always worked as well. But as far as my consulting business, I actually legally registered my consulting business last year in June. So June 2021 is when I registered my consulting business. Again, I've always had businesses, I've always did it, but I didn't do it right. I didn't have it structured right, you know? So being that I wanted to go the right way and I wanted to take my stuff to the next, level, that's when I knew that I had to come correct and get my stuff together. So, I started again, I registered this business in June of 2021. It does not take 2 or 3 years to build business credit. It does not. This is all business. This is all business cards here. I've painted my house with business cards. I've serviced my vehicles with business cards. I've changed brakes. I've done rotors. I do maintenance. I don't pay for gas with my stuff. I use business credit cards. This is how, I pay for everything, but it's with my business credit. And the reason that you want to build your business credit is so you can take your business to the next level and you don't always have to use your money. You're able to leverage and you're able to use other people's money. Yes, eventually it has to be paid back, but your business can pay it back. It's a lot of times that we don't have money to start up front. I have a boutique. I have an online boutique. I don't pay for this stuff when it's coming in. I don't pay for this. This here comes first, and I have 60 to 90 days to pay those people back. So by that time, I've already put all of this here onto my website. I've already made the money back, and now I can pay them back. So it's good to have that because a lot of people feel like they have to work their 9 to 5 to pay for their job, to finance their company. That's to finance their business. You don't have to do that. If you structure your business correctly and then you start using your business credit, then you're able to go ahead and use other people's money to keep your business afloat. You just have to be hungry enough and you have to be dedicated to keep pushing your business and to do what you need to do. If you need an accountability partner, then you need to get you one that can, or a group of people, to be in a room like this here with other people and to hear different insights and different things like that. Each time I'm in a room with intelligent people like this here, I learn something new every time. I don't ever step into a room and think I'm the one that knows it all, because there are other people that know things too that can help you. So most of the time, like Brittany was saying, that if you can't do it all on your own, you want to outsource. Again, like she said with Fiverr, I have a nonprofit organization in honor of my daughter. So when it was time for me last year to do my foundation gala, a lot of things I outsourced for Fiverr because I didn't know how to do a national donation letter that's going to be sent to huge companies and stuff like that. So I went on Fiverr and I paid for it and got it done. So now I have that and I can use that over and over each year. So it's a lot of things. If you need a business plan on Fiverr, you can get it off of Fiverr. So there's a lot of different things you can go on Fiverr and get over there. If you ever feel, like she said, a lot of people were saying that they get overwhelmed and burned out. If you feel that you're getting overwhelmed and burned out, the main thing you want to do is sit down and draw out a roadmap. You can draw this roadmap and it can be for the month. It could be for the quarter. You set the way how you want to set it. And the way I set up my roadmap, for instance, is I'll sit down and say, okay, Kosha, how many streams of income do you have? Or how many things do you have that you can make money with? So I write that down first. So I might say, okay, I got the boutique, I got the consulting firm, and then I have a laser printer right here. So that's 3 things. So I need to sit down and figure out which one do I want to make money with first. And I'll say, all right, I got these clothes that I need to move. So I'm gonna sit down and say, okay, put that one as number one. Under that one, now I'm gonna break that one down. I'm gonna say, how can I make money doing that one? So I'm gonna say, by Valentine's Day, I wanna do Facebook marketing. First I need to do a photo shoot. Then I need to do Facebook marketing. And then, yes, I'll just say those two things. But before I figure out those two things, I need to come up with a number, because I just can't be doing this just to do this. I need to have a goal in doing this. So I can say, all right, I'm gonna come up with my number for the first quarter. I'm gonna say it's 15,000. How am I gonna break down that number? I'm gonna say, okay, if I want 15,000, I'm gonna say I got 15 items. Each item has to sell for $1,000. So what do I need to do to get to that $1,000? And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna break that one thing down, and that one thing is gonna be done. Once I get that going, then I can move to the second thing that I have on the list, and I'm gonna break it down the exact same way I broke the first one down. So you want to break it down. That's how you do it. You put it on a roadmap and you break it down each time, and you have to accomplish the first one before you move to the second one. That's how we get overwhelmed sometimes, because we be all over the place and we want to get this done, and I want to do that, and I need to do that, and I need to do that. You can only do so much before you do get burned out. So again, you want to put it in writing so you can see it. Come up with a number, come up with a deadline, and break it down. And then you go to the next step and you do it the exact same way. Another thing you need to just think about, y'all, is doing find some networking events. I know COVID is out there and some of us are kind of like afraid of COVID and everything, but sometimes I go on Eventbrite, and like I just found out that this weekend there are like 2 big old networking events. Some of it is with those other people, and I'm going to walk up in the room. I'm going to see what they're talking about, because they be talking about stuff that we don't be knowing. So I be trying to get it, and then when I get it, I'm coming to tell y'all about it, because we need to know. They've been doing it for so long, y'all, and now that we're catching on, they're trying to hurry up and switch it up. But no, y'all about to switch it up on us, because guess what? I'm coming in the room. Y'all ain't gonna shut up when I come up in it. I'm coming in the room, because my folks need to know at home, So just go ahead sometimes, and just when you got free time, just go on. Yes, we rolling. So sometimes when you have free time, go on Eventbrite and just type in networking and watch the things that come up. They have huge mega events that are going on. What is it? SBA hosts this. They host free networking events, y'all. Most of them are virtual. Me and Brittany, we be on them sometimes. They give you all the information that we need, So go on SBA. Y'all don't be scared of SBA. They have a lot of information, a lot of free information out there for us. We just need to go ahead and get on it. SBA, SCORE, SCORE, SBDC. These are different platforms right here. Yes, score.org. They have mentors that are waiting for us to call in and just give us the game. But we have to know to show up, because it's there for us. So I want to just say, y'all, it's time. It is time. The government has put aside already 81. I'm on a call. Bring it today. I'm on a call. For this year alone, they've already set aside $81 million for small businesses. So they are going to be ready to throw money at us this year, but you have to make sure that your business is structured correctly and that you are government ready. So you want to make sure that you get the certifications that you need. But sometimes they may be giving out a lot of money, and one of the things that they may need, you might need to be a minority-owned business, registered minority-owned business. You should have the certificate, the certification. Veteran-owned business, if you're a veteran. Woman's own small business, there's certifications for that. And sometimes when you're applying for grants, because there are a lot of grants out there for us, I have a registration with it's called Grant Watch, and you can sit there. So on certain days, I might just spend that whole day just looking at grants. You can just go through, you can put your state, You can put it, whether you have a nonprofit or whether you have a small business, and you can categorize it. And all of the grants are there. It's called Grant Watch. I have membership for the year, so yeah. So again, I want to give you guys, before I go, a few recession-proof businesses that if any of them might sound interesting to you, write it down and Google it, and then see what it's about. Okay, so the first one, a recession-proof business, it's home care. The second one is non-emergency medical transportation. There are a lot of government contracts that are out there for non-emergency medical transportation. There's one called Live Scan Background Screening Submitter, Meals on Wheels services, CPR first aid instructors, process service agent, notary. I'm a notary here in Texas now. Bails bondsman, truck and freight brokerage, flipping cars, driving school for people with disabilities, private and senior transportation, mobile laundry businesses, and medical billing agencies. So these are some recession-proof businesses here that you can kind of look up. One other thing I want to tell you, this year, a lot of people are going to be making money with digital products. If y'all don't know what digital products is, y'all better get on it. Anybody can do a digital product, and you can present these digital products to the government as well. They're always looking for like you to do a class for the schools, for colleges and all of that. You don't have to have no you don't have to have no degrees or none of this. If your business is structured and you can present to them your product, then they'll accept it. So if you can cook, if you can do hair, if you can do makeup, if you can cut hair, if you can do credit, if you're a life coach, anything that you can do or anything that you love to do, you can make a digital product of it. All you have to do is sit down and write it down. You can go to Fiverr. You can tell someone on Fiverr, you can tell Fiverr, hey, I'm looking for someone to write me an ebook. And then when you get on Fiverr, you tell that person, this is what I love, this is my material, and I need it put into an ebook. That's a digital product. So this year they will be big on digital products. So you want to make sure if you have Carolyn, if you know how to make bowls. I don't know how to make bowls. That's a digital product. I would buy that ebook. I would buy that video on how you sit there and make these bowls, so different things like that. Ashton has a restaurant. I want a restaurant. I'm working on a coffee shop this year. So I'm working on a business plan right now. So guys, just take that in. I hope some of the stuff that I say stick. And again, before I leave, I'll give you guys my website to where you can go ahead and get that free, look at Carrie, where you can get that free business checklist to make sure that you're structuring your business correctly. So thank you for having me. I'm gonna hand it over.
All right, guys. So that was awesome. Thank you, Nakosha, because I'm gonna sit up here and be the first to say, yes, my business is registered with the Secretary of State, but I am still etusam111@gmail.com, and that will not work. Okay, so I'm gonna be the first one to say I got to get my stuff together. So yes, I see someone has their hand up. I'm just gonna go ahead and lower your hand because we're going to answer all questions at the end. I just want to make sure that we stay at a good time frame, and then plus, like I said, we just got 2 more sections to cover, which Aston, he's going to come through, and then I'm going to finish off with the marketing. Then we'll answer all of you guys' questions, and hopefully we can answer the question that you may have had, or we can just you may hear something else that you may want to add on to that. So I'm going to go ahead and hand the floor over to Aston right now, guys.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me? Good, good. So what's going on, y'all? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody that's on this call right now. Brittany started it off, man. You know, everybody on this call that, you know, it's everything happens for a reason. And we just so glad to have y'all here tonight. And just to be able to connect with Brittany and Kosha, it's just amazing for us to be able to share this platform and give y'all some vital information that y'all need on your entrepreneur journey. So like with me being at the end, I just, you know, y'all the spark. I just want to take that gasoline and just pour it on y'all. So I know Brittany talked about mindset, but I briefly want to say this about mindset. I briefly want to say this. You know, when it comes to starting a business, or when it comes to do anything, it all starts in your mind. You know, that thought process and those triggers, right, that you have, that you want to start, everything starts with that subconscious mind. So first and foremost, you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your abilities, that you can actually go out there and perform at a higher level, you know? So with that being said, you know, being an entrepreneur, like Brittany said, is not a straight path, right? It's up and down. It's like a roller coaster. And that's what I love about it, because I'm gonna say this, and Kosha brought this up as well. One of the things that you have to do as an entrepreneur, you got to look yourself in the mirror and realize there's a difference between the inner me and the enemy. And what I mean by that is that, you know, the enemy, we like to make excuses, or we like to blame people as to the reason why we're not achieving the goals, or we're not going after the vision or the goals that we have set for our lives, right? So when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, it's not the enemy that's stopping you from pursuing your goals or pursuing that business. It's actually you in the mirror. You know, and I don't think for most of us, this is going to resonate with a lot of us on this call. It's not the fact that you're afraid of failure. It's actually the fact that you're afraid of success. So I'm gonna just share my story. Just for those that don't know me, I'm Aston Williams. I'm a native of Gramercy, Louisiana. I went to the University of Southern Mississippi, left for a few years, came back home. I worked at a Louisiana sugar refinery for about 9 years. I was an engineer. I'm an engineer by trade. I did project management. I'm the owner of 787 Grill in Purville. I'm also a real estate investor. I do have my own real estate firm that we was able to acquire 3 properties right now in our portfolio in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm also an author of The Righteous Seeds, which is a self-help motivational book to kind of get y'all going and to light y'all fire as well, and also some other businesses that I'm working on. But the reason why I'm saying that is that mindset, and why it's so important to continue to talk about this topic, is the fact, and this is not me sounding cocky. I want y'all to really hear me and understand what I'm saying. I always knew without a shadow of a doubt that I would get to this level that I'm at right now, because I always spoke it, even when I was a child. Even when I was a child, I always believed that coming from Gramercy, coming from the back of Gramercy, it's only 4 streets. It's a small town. Me personally, for the ones that's on this phone, that's from a small town, I always had a chip on my shoulder, because it's like, where's Gramercy? I'm gonna show you where Gramercy at. Like, we all have the opportunity to put our particular towns on the map, but I always believe that, and that goes back to affirmations. I always believe that I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to be the person that breaks generational curses in my family. I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I'm going to be a good father. I'm going to be an author. I kept speaking these things. And I want to talk briefly about Habakkuk 2:2. It talks about writing the vision down. It talks about making it plain. How can you actually go out there and create a business if you haven't even written down your goals? Like, when you write down those goals on that particular paper, then it becomes tangible, right? You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see it, you can actually go after it and get it. That's the thing about it. You have to map out that plan. So I'll share a story for those that are interested. So like when you're looking at any business, you wanna think about, okay, what's the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is not the money. The ultimate goal is what type of service or what type of problem that I want to solve that provides value to people, right? So for me, I'm not the type, and I've always been this way, I'm not the type of person to just stay in one particular silo. I like to, broaden myself, and I have, multiple things that I could be doing all at one time. So speaking about 787, and I'll give y'all some resources as well to write down. Y'all can actually write this down. It's a website called bizbuysell.com. And that's for those that are interested in purchasing businesses that's already operational. So the thing about it, I found that out a few years ago, just by like Nakosha said, we're not in those particular rooms to have those conversations. I actually overheard this at work, yo. And I'm like, what I never heard about that website before. When you go on there, if anybody has ever went through the process of being a homeowner, it's the same way you can buy a house. That's the same way you could buy a business. The only thing you need proof of funds, right? You need to show that your valid identification. And to be honest with you, if you got credit, like Nakosha saying, credit and or cash, you in there like swimwear. And it's a plethora of different businesses that you can look at. And y'all check that out, and y'all let me know what you think. I'm actually gonna drop my number before we get off the phone, and anybody that more than welcome to reach out to me. But another thing I want to talk about is, while we're talking about goals, the reason why a lot of us what I call nine to fivepreneurs, right? So I still work that J job. I'm currently a production supervisor at Cargill, but I don't want y'all to look at that business or that particular company that you work for as a burden. Actually utilize the tools whenever they give you the resources that you need. So one of the things that I drawed out this whole process is, I was able to, while I was working as a project manager, right, and managing an area, I was able to develop standard operating procedures. And if anybody don't know what standard operating procedures is, and standard operating procedures is a process to where you take that process and you break it down in the small, minute steps, so where anybody can pick up that particular pamphlet or that particular text and go out there and perform the job. It's the same way in business. You got to have standard operating procedures. You got to have steps. You got to have SMART goals. I want y'all to write this down. So SMART goals, I'm gonna break it down into the abbreviation. So SMART goal, the S is for specific, the M is for measurable, the A is for achievable, the R is for relevant, and the T is for time bound. So let's break down specific. Specific is when you want to state what you're going to do and use action words. Like just don't write a goal down and then just leave it there. Like, I will do this today. And also for the ones that mothers, fathers, I know we have a lot going on. I know that life may get us down, but I say again, how strong is your why, right? For me, I've always had that entrepreneur mindset, but really lit my fire was when I was in college. I actually was homeless for almost 2 years. I was living out of my car on campus, and a lot of people didn't know what I was going through because I never showed it. I continued to smile, but my bank account at the time, y'all, it was just like a loaf of bread. You know what I'm saying? I probably was at the lowest point of my life at that particular time, but that's what drove me to continue to push and to continue to push through that adversity. Because I'm telling y'all right now, and this is a disclaimer. You can write this down or you can remember this. I guarantee you, everybody wants to be the boss, right? You're gonna work 10 times harder in your business than you do at your regular job. Why? Because that particular business is already established. That particular business has the procedures that I'm talking about, has the structure, has the system. Let's break down system, right? System, if you really want to break that down, my definition of system is save yourself time, energy, and money. I'm going to say that one more time. System, save yourself time, energy, and money. So you got to create that system. So when I bought that, excuse me, when I bought that restaurant, right? I had to be the owner at that particular time. I had to be the CEO. I had to be the cook. I had to be the person at the register. I learned everything about that business. Like whenever you get into business, it's okay to not know what you don't know, but don't be afraid to at least try to work every single position so you can have a full concept of your business, right? You got to have a full concept of your business. So I had to actually work in that business for a few months until I was able to get the goal that I wanted, as far as the cash flow and as far as the inventory is under control now. Okay, now I'm going to get somebody in here, because I didn't just want to start hiring employees and I didn't have my system together, right? So that's why it's so important to have a system. So now I have a staff of 4 employees, plus I have a manager that manages the day-to-day operation. But that just didn't happen overnight, y'all. You gotta put in the work. So let's get back to the SMART goals. So measurable. When we talk about measurable is when you want to provide a way to evaluate, or you want to have that metric, like Nakosha said. So, okay, so this month I want to make $10,000, right? Y'all, at the end of the day, no matter if you want to make $5,000 or $20,000, the more that I'm in business, the more I'm starting to realize, once I get into these bigger deals, especially in real estate, once I get into these bigger deals, all it is a number, guys. Take that number, right? 20,000. Y'all all could do it right now while y'all watching this. Take that 20,000. It's a lot of different ways you can divide that up. You could take that 20, right? Take that 20,000 divided by 4 is 4 weeks in a month. Or you could take, after you get that, is 4 weeks in a month, then divide that by 7. That'll tell you how much you need to make a day. If you want to get technical, you divide that by 24. That'll tell you how much you need to make an hour. How hard is that, guys? Because realistically, that's what I believe that y'all should do. Because again, it's the fear of success. When you look at that big number, it's like, oh my God, how am I going to make $20,000 a month? But when you break that down into a small numerical number, it's attainable now, right? So it's reverse psychology. That's what I had to do when I first bought this restaurant. That's exactly what I had to do. The same thing with real estate. When I look at a particular deal, those two properties, both of them was $30,000 a piece, right? $30,000 a piece. And how I was able to leverage that, I was able to actually level sometimes. Yes, you can use business credit, but it's also other ways to look at it too. So when I first started off with my real estate company, I actually used my personal credit to leverage that to get that real estate company started, right? So what I did to get that real estate company started was I taught myself how to wholesale. So if anybody don't know what wholesaling is, what wholesaling is that you're the middleman. You look for houses that may have grass growing out of it, or houses that may have flooded, or may have particular defects, right? And you get that address. You can get that address from the parish website. You can go to the clerk of court and try to get that address. Or they have some other software out there like PopStream that you would have to pay for. But right now, the focus is just to use free services. So what I did was I found a house in the Ascension Parish, and I got the address. I reached out to that particular person and I said, hey, I'm Aston Williams. I'm a local investor in the area. I was wondering, if you was interested in selling your house, a cash offer. So every time y'all see a sign that's on the side of the road that says we buy houses cash, that's wholesalers. So what I was able to do was I was able to reach out to real estate groups on Facebook. All I did was take my iPhone, right, and took pictures of the house. I got that particular property under contract. I took that contract, I let them know how much the contract is plus my assignment fee. So that's, as a wholesaler, that's what you get, your assignment fee. So based on that particular deal, my assignment fee after everything was sold, so the house sold for $45,000. Really, in all actuality, the 15 of that went to me because that was my fee. So it's a lot of different ways you can get into it. And we could have a whole nother discussion on that, Brittany, at a different time. But I just wanted to tell y'all how I did it. 2020 also was a year that taught me a lot about myself as an entrepreneur. COVID hit, right? 2019, I just had my son. My son was born in November of 2019, and then COVID hit, right? We didn't know what that was at first. You know, let's be honest, y'all. At first, we was joking about it, right? On social media, right? We was joking about it, and then things started to get serious. Family members started to get sick. You know, unfortunately, we had, you know, that in the family as well, and that opened up my eyes. It's like, wow. So I want to share this with y'all as well. We're going to talk about overcoming procrastination and time management. And what I want to tell y'all, this might sound strange, but if this does not motivate you, I don't know what will. And I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. You're gonna die. So let me break that down to you. You're gonna die. So the fact that you're gonna die, the fact that time is so valuable, right? Why are we sitting on our goals? Why are we sitting on our visions? Why are we just sitting on our hands like tomorrow's promise? Like tomorrow is just going to be given to us. Come on, y'all. Life not set up like that. I could be talking to y'all tonight and y'all could be like, man, I just finished talking to Aston on this seminar last night. And we heard the news that, you know, but you know what, guys? I'm not afraid of that, because guess what? I'm going to pour out everything into this world that I can get out while I still have life and breath in my lungs. Everybody on this call, I want you to think about something. So the average lifespan of a person is from 0, birth, to about 75, right? So the first 18 years, we're forced to go to school, right? You know, you graduate high school at 18 years old. Let's say you decide to go to a technical college or go to college. That's an extra 4 to 5 years. So, but from 23 to 30, you out there trying to start your career. In the midst of that, you get married, you have a kid, then you start working, right? You start working, and then the next 30, 35 to 40 years, you working and you retire and then you die, right? So with that being said, I want y'all to think about something. Y'all don't have to put it in the chat. I want y'all to think about y'all age right now. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, so understand what I'm saying. I want y'all to think about y'all age right now, right? And think about what I just told you. If that don't motivate you, I don't know what will. That's the biggest motivation to me. Not only my why, and I'll go into that as well, but time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. Guys, getting the EIN number is free. Anybody that lives in the state of Louisiana, go to gobiz.com, and it's the French version, GEAUXBIZ.com. That's the Secretary of State website where you can get your LLC together. If you don't know how to get your LLC together, rock with Nicosia. Matter of fact, y'all should go to Nicosia if you don't have that particular experience. But I just wanted to share that knowledge with y'all. EIN number is free, guys. And to get our EIN number is easy. All you got to do is Google apply EIN, and then it's the IRS.gov. Make sure that it's the IRS.gov website, because they got a lot of phony websites out there. All right. So those two things are easy, right? It's too late to do it. Well, actually, you got time because the office closed at 9 o'clock Central Time. But it's only Monday through Friday that you can get an EIN, because it's a government organization. The IRS don't open on the weekend, right? So you can get that. Getting the LLC in the state of Louisiana is $105. Write that down. If you want an LLC, it's $105, right? Me, I have an S corp. Nicosia, we can talk about that another time. But the reason why I got an S corp was because of I like to pass through taxation. I have a lot of multiple different businesses that I have, and the way I wanted to structure my business was to have a family structure. So when you look at Google, when you look at Apple, Facebook, all of them have this similar structure. If y'all notice, Google owns YouTube. YouTube has its own company. It's its own entity. Google owns gmail.com. Google basically owns the internet. Google owns Google Fiber, all these different companies. So with that being said, my business structure, so I have the Williams Holding Company. Under that, all these other companies, they're considered to be subsidiary companies. And what a subsidiary company is just a secondary company outside of the main company. Williams Holding Company, that's my S Corp with my particular family, my board members. My mom is on there, my sister's on there, and some other family members are on there. So they get shares in that particular business. So that's my way of giving back to them whenever I go on to glory, right? All that's tied into litigation. Then I have my real estate company, United Realty at Ascension Court. I didn't stop there because I didn't want to tie my properties all up into one LLC. Every property that I have has its own LLC. Now, Kosha, you may have some other recommendations. Some people like to put all of their properties in one LLC. Me personally, I like to do it in different LLCs. It's your preference. Then I have Aston Williams Brand, right? Aston Williams Brand, that's my company where I promote my books, I sell my book, and I market my book. Then under that, Aston Williams Brands owns Our Black Mecca. Our Black Mecca, that's the platform that I have. Some of y'all are in Facebook, in the Facebook group as well. We also have a podcast. And we're working on trying to get a website and academy right now too. So I'm working on that. Also 787 Grill. Now 787 Grill, whenever I decide to get another location, I'm not going to open up that location under this particular entity, right? I'm going to have a separate LLC under the main part of 787 Grill. Let's say if I decide to open up one in St. James Parish, then that'll be a separate LLC. And just what Nakosha showed you with all her cards, all this is opening you up to business credit. All right. So as far as back to the SMART goals, and guys, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. So with achievable, you want to be within your scope, and you want it to be obtainable. Let's set realistic goals, guys. Like, yes, it's good to say I want to make $1 million my first year, but guys, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Do we have the system and do we have the structure in place to make that happen? Right? Let's set small, minute, obtainable goals that's reachable. Right? So I already gave y'all 2. Get an EIN number, get an LLC, write a business plan, guys. That's free. Right? Let's be relevant. Does that particular goal make sense? Right? That's the relevant part of it. And then time bound. Guys, let's put a date on it. Let's put a date on these goals. Don't just set the goals and not put a date behind it. That's what I mean about time. That's the reason why I said that. Let's put a date behind it and let's go out there and get it by any means necessary. Right? So when it comes to time procrastination, when it comes to time management, you have to realize that I want us to think about something. How long do we spend time on our phones? We on Facebook, we scrolling, we liking other people's posts. That's time that you could be utilizing to acquire a skill that can help build your business. That's the time where you can actually network with people, actually use Facebook as a tool, right? Like, who's your power team? I want to talk about that as well. Who's your power team? Who are the people in your circle that's giving you that breath of life every day? Rather that be a mentor, rather that be a pastor, rather that be a family member, rather that be people off the street. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably had more support from people that don't know me. And that's nothing against my family or anything like that, but that's just keeping it real. So this road that y'all about to travel on is very lonely. It's very lonely. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with looking in the mirror and already seeing yourself there. I see Talon on. What's going on, bro? Shout out to how many times we had that conversation at track practice when you was in high school. I told you I was gonna do this. Right? You already got it. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all just don't understand.
About 1 million times.
Come on, man. Come on.
What's up, Coach?
So, yeah. So, man, y'all don't understand how powerful your tongue is. Life and death lies in the power of your own tongue. So if you speak life over your life, it will happen. Guys, I'm 31 years old. I thought this was gonna happen, in my mind. We all got these goals where, man, I wanna be at this level at this age, and that's fine. That's fine. But sometimes what you want and what God wants is two different things. But here's what God requires of y'all. You got to you got to put the work in. Faith without works is dead. You got to put the work in. And if you don't have the answer, I don't know I don't know everything about the restaurant industry, but I sure know some experts that do. And I'm not afraid to say I don't know something. The three people that came together tonight to provide y'all this information, all of us are reachable. All of us are attainable. Reach out to us. Any type of questions that you have, reach out to us. I'm gonna do a trivia for y'all, and whoever gets this answer right, I'm gonna send y'all a free copy. All right. This is sample. When you talk about marketing as well, all right? So I published this book back in 2018. How many people, I want y'all to put this in the chat, how much you think I paid to get this cover design? Both sides. You see how detailed it is? How much you think I paid? Y'all drop that in there. How much you think I paid for this cover? I'll give it like 30 seconds because I don't want to hold y'all up. How much you think I paid for it? Y'all close though. The answer is $10. I only paid $10 for this. And guess where I got this from, y'all? So I did the drawing myself in my mind. I wrote it down, I scribbled it down. And the two that put $10, I got y'all. Just drop y'all. If y'all don't want to put your mailing address in the chat, personally, Tyline, you got my number. And I'm not quite sure. I'll go back in the chat to see who else put $10 and I'll shoot y'all a book on me. But guys, this is obtainable. I always knew I wanted to be an author. All right. I always knew I wanted to be an author. And for those that might have a dream to be an author, you don't have to write it, y'all. Y'all could transcribe it. Y'all got Microsoft Word. It's free. You can take it. You could take your phone and talk into your phone, and it'll transcribe it for you. Like, it's easy, right? The hardest thing for me to do was to get this formatted, and it was a matter of getting the information, right? I use Amazon KDP to publish my book. It is on Amazon. I use Amazon KDP to publish my book, and I did this off of Fiverr, y'all, for $10. Now, Kosha mentioned it, and also Brittany mentioned it. Fiverr.com, Faverr.com, right? That's where you can post your job request that you want. Hey, I want, I want to be a published author, right? I need somebody to design this. Here's my budget. And my budget was $10, y'all. I got all this for $10, right? I got somebody to edit the book for $30, right? Like, guys, it's not, honestly, listen to me, and listen to me well, right? COVID is not going anywhere. It's 2022. There's no reason why everybody in this chat should not be making money, y'all. Seriously. There's no reason why anybody in this chat should not be making money. Now, Coach brought up e-commerce. Guys, it's so easy. It's another source that y'all can use. Canva.com. Canva.com is a free design software that you can use to make social media posts, to make flyers, to make actually the presentation that Brittany just used tonight was on Canva.com, right? All these are free services. Facebook is a free service. Instagram is a free service. Stop using it just to be social. Use it to create social capital. Think about how many people follow y'all and what y'all post, right? If anybody want to get into the fashion industry, you don't have to own any inventory. They have a term out there called drop shipping. You can get on Shopify.com, right? You can get on Teespring.com, Teespring, Teespr.com, ing.com, right? Printify, exactly, now coach, Printify, all these different services that you can design this t-shirt and put it out there in the world. Now, yes, your profit is going to be smaller, but you got to think about it. We're focused on the quality, not the quantity. The quantity is going to come, right? Also, I think what we fail to do as entrepreneurs that starting up our business is the fact that we just want to say, hey guys, here's my book, buy it. No, guy, you got to tell a story. People connect the stories, right? Everybody has a story. So you got to have a purpose and a mission for your product, for your service, or whatever you're doing. You got to tell a story. You just can't drop it out there and say, here's the book, guys. Here's the shirt. Here's the, I see Fleur de Lis on here. Here's the, here's my yarn, right? You actually have to tell a story, and people have to gravitate towards you. You are the brand. No matter what business you start, you are the brand, right? You are the brand. So one thing, again, I want y'all to get out of your own way. I want y'all to realize that time waits for no man, right? And you got to go out there and get it. Tomorrow is not promised. So tonight, if you have time, for the ones that got to wake up early in the morning, I understand. But you do have time to write down those goals. Use the SMART goal analogy that I just gave y'all tonight, right? And go out there and put a time frame on it and go out there and get it. Guys, we have a supercomputer in our pocket, right? We got a computer in our pocket. Whatever you don't know, look it up. You think me, Nakosha, or Brittany just magically knew how to just get everything popping? Come on, guys. We don't come from that. The area that we come from, we don't come from that. Nobody talks about credit. Nobody talks about business. Nobody talks about real estate. Nobody talks about investing. Nobody talks about this, right? Some of the books, and I'm obviously I'm an author. I love to read. I'm gonna give y'all some book recommendations as well. Nakosha or Brittany, if y'all want to give any book recommendations. But Rich Dad Poor Dad was one of my favorite books. That changed my mindset in college. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, right? They have Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That's deep. That talks about drifting and non-drifters and how people drift through life by not having definite goals, right? That's the reason why I brought up small goals tonight. Your goals have to be definite, y'all. You have to be definite with your goals. It just can't be, you have to be definite. Take that goal and then break it down into small, minute goals. And then also I want y'all to think about something, because Brittany brought up multitasking. Guys, do y'all know, and y'all can look it up, do you know that only 2% of the world can multitask? I want y'all to think about something. You gotta take it one goal at a time. Yes, I have multiple businesses. Yes, it's a lot sometimes, but guess what? I break it down one goal at a time. And then also you got to think about this. When you break it down into small goals, that's preparing you for bigger victories. Because if you break a goal down and you say, okay, if I don't do anything else today, if I just take care of this one goal, what goal is going to make me happy if that's the only thing I do today? That's how you should go about it when you start off in the beginning. But one thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and like I said, that's why I want to throw this disclaimer out there. You're gonna work 10 times harder in your business. You got to be willing to put in the work. Period. There's no way around it, guys. I know we live in a society where everything is instant, right? We got these smartphones. Everything, information comes fast, But at the same time, guys, there's no microwave effect to success. You're not gonna come a millionaire overnight, or whatever y'all goal is. You got to put in the work. Period. You got to put in the work. Brittany, I'm sorry. I know I probably went off on a tangent. I'm just real passionate about that because, people come to me all the time and say, man, Ashton, I see you. I'm like, how did you do this? How did you do this? I'm like, first of all, I believed in myself, right? I looked at the person in the mirror and said, Ashton, you can't do this. Okay, once I found out mentally that I can do it, how do I do it, right? How do I do it? And if something I don't know, I go out there and I get it. It may be Google, it may be YouTube, it may be reaching out. Guys, they got a million Facebook groups out there. Whatever business that you want to start, look it up. It's all information. It's there. Y'all just gotta take your goals and take that vision by the horns and go out there and get it by any means necessary. Like I said, I'm available. I know Nakosha and Brittany is available as well. Brittany, I'm gonna give you back the floor. Yeah, man, that's just I'm real passionate about that topic. You got the floor, Brittany.
Thank you so much, Aston. That was really good. I feel like y'all, this is really, really good. I feel like we needed this. I mean, because even though I've been in business, I still have to come back to these basic concepts that we're talking about. So we're going to be wrapping things up. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go through marketing right quick, and then we're going to have any questions. And I also have some book recommendations, and the books that Ashton recommended, I have actually read all of those. I am rereading Rich Dad Poor Dad because it's such a great book. Think and Grow Rich, that's great. The only one I haven't read was Outwitting the Devil, and everyone keeps telling me it's mainly about drifter. Are you a drifter, or are you a change agent? I know I'm a change agent. I ain't a drifter no more. I used to be, but not no more. So that's a book for sure that I gotta go get. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys. Let's see, where are we? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And like I said, we're going to talk about marketing. And then we are going to hold questions and then wrap it up, guys. Okay, can y'all can see it? Okay, great. All right, this is the wrong one. Sorry, hold on, we just finished that one. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. There we go. Boom. All right, so again, business mindset is the best asset, and we are going to talk about marketing knowledge, tools, and resources to help grow your business. When you first start off with figuring out, again, we're not going to sell, we're going to serve, because through serving, we can sell all kinds of stuff, right?
Yes.
All kinds of tools, all kinds of products, all kinds of just everything, right? So identifying your target audience is one of the first. One second, let me mute this. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to mute this stuff. Let's see. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. I gotta mute this right quick. All right. Yeah. So sorry about that. Like I said, identifying your target audience is one of the first critical steps to starting and growing your business. Your target audience is going to define your product development, your marketing, your sales. Like, that's who you're going to know, who am I targeting? I will not be selling, let's just say I'm Rihanna right quick, right? Okay. I can't say that because Riri's selling to everybody. So let's not say that. Let's just go with the other one who didn't want to sell to everybody, okay? Because they chose Victoria's Secret. I used to support them. I can't lie to you. But in my heart, I always knew when Rihanna first started that Rihanna was going to take over. Why? Because she's giving us what we need. There was an audience that everybody is not a size 2 or 3. Like, our bodies are different. They're very unique for us women, whoever wants to wear it. But Rihanna said, you know what? They're only sticking to one specific group. I want to target these women that are forgot about, the ones that are asking these people, hey, we need more, and they just don't want to give it. Don't worry, I got y'all. Now look at them, taking over the globe, right? Identifying your target audience will allow you to use the knowledge to develop a specific marketing message. Again, Victoria's Secret did not want to give us the thick ones, or the ones that's not built like a size 2, 3, 4. They didn't want to give us what we wanted. So guess what? Riri said, I'm about to come through and help y'all. Now look at her. She ain't even making music no more. She making damn clothes. So when you create a strategy that resonates with your audience, her thing is positive body images. And through that, it makes you want to buy her stuff because just of what she's doing, promoting that positivity with the positive body images. I don't care if you're a size 20, I don't care if you're a size 2. I got something for you, boo. That's how she coming. And we love it. Like, you have no choice but to support Riri because she don't care if you're black, white, blue, green, purple, fat, skinny, small, tall, whatever. Baby, I got something for you. Again, when you know who, although she's targeting a massive, a different amount of people, and it's kind of massive, it's the same message and the same strategy that allows people to just keep coming back and actually make them want to rock with her even more. So again, imagine this. Imagine practicing archery with your eyes closed. Here I am practicing archery. I don't know where my target is at. I don't know who it is. So I'm just going to shoot anybody, okay? When I know that my target loves to be on the right side, and they love to be down to the ground and a little bit up, boom, I can hit my right target. But if I'm like, I don't know who my target, oh, I'm just going to shoot in the sky. I'm just going to shoot in the ground. I'm just going to shoot wherever. You're shooting everywhere and you're missing. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to see who your target is. Your target audience is going to make it nearly impossible, right? The same concept applies to your business. If you don't know who to target, then it's going to be hard for you to narrow down the services that they need. I didn't say sell, the services that they need, the tools, the products, the resources, anything. Once you know who your audience is, like for me, I have been in business, but I realized, like, baby, once you're in business, you think you know, but you don't know. Like, you're learning as you go, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty in the journey and not the destination. The destination, what is the destination? Because the journey is truly where it's at. I am realizing that I have to share my story of how I went through depression, how I went through anxiety, how I went through different unhealthy coping mechanisms. And through that, I was able to get deeper into my spiritual practices, my meditations, centering myself daily through my different morning practices. That story, people are going to connect with that. People don't buy products, they buy people. They buy the people first, then they buy the products. I don't care if, okay, let's talk about our girl Riri again. If Riri's selling a piece of white paper and the thing just have RR on there, they gonna buy RR. Why? Because they love her so much. That white piece of paper with RR, the same white piece of paper right here, 8.5 by 11, if I'm not mistaken, inches. She's gonna put RR and she's gonna sell it $100 a sheet. And you know what people gonna do? Buy that $100 a sheet and they gonna put it in the frame like that. And guess what? Oh, that's from Rihanna. A sheet of paper? No, it's Rihanna's sheet of paper. Again, your story. So we tying everything in, right? When you know who your customers are, when you know how to reach them and what motivates them to buy or what motivates them to come to you, again, your story is going to be the thing that also motivates them. It's going to be easier to run a successful business. These are the three most important factors to keep in mind when you're defining your market, right? Your customers need to have easy access to your products or services. We are in the digital age. I know we done heard that so many times, but now we really in the digital age. Like we in like damn near the Jetsons at this point. Okay. Like Nakosha was saying, and it's so in alignment because this is where I'm at with it too. Digital products. Carrie, we need to see how to make these bowls. We don't even need to see you, Carrie. We just need to see your hands because people love that. They low-key love they like connecting to the person, but they love to just watch the craft. So we need to see your hands doing that. DJ, we need to see how you put the gel manicure on there, how you're putting the acrylic on there. When people have that easy access, I can go ahead and watch this 10-15 minute video and learn how to do nails like that. I can watch it over and over again. And guess what? Not only they're watching it over again, they're telling their friend. And guess what's happening? While you sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning and they're up trying to figure out how to do it, they're going to be going to download your digital product. And guess what? You're sleeping. When you wake up, dang, I'm making money in my sleep. So digital products, everybody needs to get on it. Me included. Everybody, all of us need to get on it. Keep it simple. We live in a world of instant gratification. Like I said, 10 to 15 minutes. This is how I learned how to do that. Nobody don't want to sit up here. Like, first of all, I appreciate you guys for being on here because we didn't really have no set time for this. We were just like, we're just going to give you guys the information of whatever we can provide, but keep it simple, right? We live in a world of instant gratification. They want it quick. They want it fast, even though that's not how things necessarily happen. Like, us being entrepreneurs, we know it doesn't happen overnight, but we have to provide that overnight simplicity to our customers or our audience. They want things to be as simple as possible so they can go on with their busy lives, or like I said, with the video, a 10-minute video. They want to know how to help and make these bows. Okay, this may not be the best one, but at least I learned how to do it. Boom, I can continue doing more bows. If it's too complicated, just like us, this is why we get overwhelmed. You do everything in your mind first. So if I know that I got to take all these courses, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Oh Lord. Ugh. But if I'm like, you know what, I'm going to knock these courses down 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, eat some lunch, go take a nap, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here, blah, blah, blah. Then, it's easier. Having a complicated method is going to scare people away because they already kind of don't want to put the work in. Let's be honest. People really don't want to put the work in. Be unique, authentic, put your own twist in it. We do live in a world where we have, I think that I really, really, truly feel these big businesses are going to be going out of business in the next year or 2, 3, 4 years in the future, because we are taking over. The small businesses are taking over. And once we really start supporting each other, like, I want to go to Walmart. Oh, but you know what? Nakosha got the same clothes over there. I'm going to go to Nakosha. I'm not going to go to Walmart. And once we start doing that, bye-bye Walmart, you out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to get my box stuff for you. My neighbor down the street, she got a store. I can go to that store, right? So look at how the market is running and think about what the market is missing. That's how you're able to set yourself apart from the next. Like I said, DJ is about to start doing traveling a traveling nail tech. People don't want to leave their house, or some people, like for me, when I'm looking a mess, I don't feel like going nowhere. Can you come to my house, girl? Thank you. Okay, I'll pay you extra. Thanks. That's it. You know what I'm saying? She has already said, I'm not just going to do nails. I'm going to travel and do nails, right? So people don't want to leave their house. Perfect. Again, how can you fill that void in your own unique way? When it comes to being in your own unique way, you're going to have to dig deep. And that's where your gifts, your traits, your talents are going to come through. And you cannot be afraid to show that. Like at this point, it's either put up or shut up. We cannot keep hiding who we are, because there's a reason all of us are on this call, because we obviously want to bring all of our gifts into the world. You have to target an audience that is willing to pay for your prices, your product, pay a price for your products and your services that allows you to get a reasonable profit margin. This is going to be different for everybody, because all of our inventory or the things that we have to source are a bit different. So for me, I have the integrity of where I don't overcharge for my products. Like I can see the same person selling that, but I know how much we both pay for because we've got the same vendor. I don't necessarily have to sell this product at that high price point, because that's just not what I want to do, especially when I know the type of audience I got, right? If I have an audience that prefers quality over quantity, like mine, they want nice big crystals. That is a quality product. So you're going to pay for that, because that's not a small crystal. That's like a decor, like something like this that you would put in your house, like a plant. It's going to sit up. They know they're paying for it because this is what I provide. Who is your customer? Let's start by building your customer. Okay, let's create our ideal customer. And then your ideal customer is going to go on the demographics, the psychographics, and the behaviors of your customers. Your demographics are going to be the characteristics that identify their ability, their need, their interest, or of the customer that is ready to purchase, right? And you identify them by their gender, their age, their ethnicity, how much they make, where are they located, what is their family size, single, not single, education level, profession. You can get as the more specific you get, you're going to be able to really hit your target. Just like I was saying with the archery. No, they like to be to the right, they like to be down to the bottom, but a little bit up. If I don't know that, then I'm just going to be hitting at anybody. And I guess the arrow just going to hit anybody, right? So psychographic. Your psychographic are factors that include your customer's purchasing decision, their attitudes, their beliefs, their emotions, their lifestyle, right? Are they family oriented? Are they single? Are they trendy? Are they conservative? Do they like vintage? Do they like antique? Are they introverts? Are they extroverts? What type of hobbies do they like to do? And that's going to help you really target, like, what type of mindset do they have? How do they think, right? Psychographic, behavioristic. What are the most important things to your customers? Do they like price? Do they like quality? Do they like quantity? Are they really big on brand names, the locations, product guarantees? Are they big on customer service? How often will they purchase? What is their decision-making process? For me, let's say if I start to do if I start to work with the lunar calendar and say, okay, new moon, full moons, guys, want to provide this and that. I know every new moon and full moon, which is every 2 weeks, I'm going to have a certain product up there that my customers that follow the lunar calendar are going to purchase. That's their behavior. We're all creatures of habit, right? Oh, that's a good one. We're all creatures of habit. When you kind of know the habits of your customers, bang, you can automatically say, okay, we're going to start implementing this, and that. And that's going to be habits that they're going to be geared towards, right? Creating a detailed customer profile enables you to develop a specific target marketing strategy, right? Do your research. This is how you get your research. This is how you do your research when it comes to, let's say, if I want to find another metaphysics shop, right? What are the non-competing websites, right? What type of language is being used? The verbatim, are they saying, like, for me, my people want more like organic, holistic, intentional, conscious. That's those target words that my people are going to be listening. So when they hear that, they're like, oh, where is that? What a consciousness say? What is that? You know what I'm saying? They hear that and it's an automatic, yes, a pull, right? What type of products are offered? They want organic, they want non-GMO, they want gluten-free. When they hear that, they like, sign me up, you know what I'm saying? And what are their best sellers? Almost every website that I know, you can go and filter out low to high, high to low, best sellers, most recent, oldest. Look at the different websites, and you can figure out what are people buying. That can help you and figure out what services or products that you need to add to your store, right? Conduct focus groups. Focus groups, big word, but basically a survey just like I sent y'all. That is for free from off of MailChimp. You can do polls on social media through your stories. You can do polls through your posts. Networking in person. This one never gets old. And I actually love this one. Why? Because you create an emotional connection with that person. And then your person will buy whatever you sell or service, because guess what? I know you're good people. I like you. I love you. So I don't care if you're selling a goat. I want that goat. And I want to be the first one to buy that goat. You better not sell that goat to nobody else, because I like you. And I like your energy. And I know that goat got good energy. That is how, like, I love networking in person. I love doing pop-up shops, right? Teaming up with someone in the same industry or market. Collaboration. All of us right here, not just me, Nakosha and Aston, all of us right here, right now are in collaboration with each other, right? You have to be visible. Put yourself out there. That's something that I told myself, like, Brittany, you need to start going live. You need to start doing live meditations, because people want to know how to meditate. Ding, 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 digital product. I can't hit everybody at the same time. But if I go out there and I put that digital product out there and I say, I can teach you how to meditate. So I can teach you how to successfully meditate within 10, 15 minutes. I would want to say 10, but we're going to do 15. In 10 minutes, guess what? Shit, all I got is 10 minutes today. Let me hurry up and go buy this digital product for $20. Whoa, 200 people done bought this. Now it's what? Come on, 200 times 10. I'm not the best, but I think it's like 2,000. Yeah. But yeah, that's the visibility. When you put yourself out there, you give people a chance to see you and see who you really are, right? Shared resources. When you're able to team up, you can get shared resources, meaning this Zoom was only going to be 45 minutes. However, Nakosha said, well, I have a paid version, you can use mine. That's a shared resource, you know what I'm saying? I did the Canva slide, and Aston was like, I have Canva Pro, I'm going to put you on my team. Share resources. Again, collaboration. Now we're sharing resources. Now we're able to be there for each other. Narrow down your target audience and find your niche. We're almost done, guys. Finding your niche, niche, whatever. Don't come for me, because we all kind of say it differently. These are 3 powerful tips when it comes to finding your niche. I'm gonna have to go Google that, because I don't know, niche, whatever. But who do you specifically serve? Again, I didn't say sell, I said serve. Who do you specifically serve? What problem do you sell? What problem do you solve? And what makes you so different? That can be tied back into the uniqueness, how you're there for your audience, and who are your specific people that you serve. The customer journey. This is how you are going to want to basically reel your customer in, that hook, line, and reel them on in. Attract your customers. You're going to attract your customers, and not just your customers. Let's just say your audience, right? You're going to attract them by telling your story, by being who you are. I don't care. Like some people, like I've literally been hearing people be like, 1 minute you're proper, the next minute you ghetto. Yes, I've been proper ghetto my whole life. And this is how I'm going to be. 1 minute I can be totally corporate. 1 minute I could be totally hood. Okay. And I accept that about myself. And I realize the more that I bring that to the table and just be unapologetic about who I am, then, you know, they can invite me to the club. They can invite me to the corporate meeting. They can invite me here because I know how to maneuver in different arenas, right? And by doing that, I attract the people that's like, you know, I like her. She down to earth. I could bring her here. I could bring her there, and she gonna know how to act. Then you can go ahead and start servicing or selling to your customers, right? You done attracted your tribe. You done attracted your community, and it's like, okay, now what can I provide? These are the services I can provide. Once you provide them services, make sure you wow them. Your wow factor, your presentation. I ain't gonna lie to you. I brought some water that was not the best tasting water. And let me tell you something, being that I am very health conscious, that water clearly said at the bottom, purified water. And I've been priding myself on drinking like higher quality value water, like this Evian, baby, this Evian ain't cheap, okay? But that box water, because it was so cute in the box, I didn't even notice that it said purified water. And I'm like, hold up, if I would have not been so wowed by the presentation that this company did, then I would have really saw purified water. But because I failed to read everything, because I was like, oh, box water, this is so cute, let me try it out. Then I spit it out because I'm like, ew, this, you know, I was wild though. So that's how you got to think about, like, presentation is everything. Again, I'm gonna bring up my girl Riri. Y'all gonna have to tell Riri that she gonna need to send me something, because I'm doing a whole lot of advertising for her. If you ever brought Fancy from Riri, the lingerie, she gives it to you in a box. Sometimes I don't even know what I done brought. I'm just like, ooh, let's see what's the box like this time. It's the presentation of how she's wowing her customers. So think about that. All your clients, think about that. Like when it comes, everybody wants to feel special. Make everybody feel special. And that's how you're going to wow your customer to come back, right? This is just a sample of me giving a marketing strategy. Organic ice cream. Who the demographic is: men and women ages 25 to 45. The annual household income, the average annual household income is 50,000. Why? Because I don't sell my ice cream too low. I don't sell it too high, right? And you can always research this, research these demographics, the psychographics, or the behavioristic characteristics of these people in order to narrow down who your customers would be more. If you do have your business on Facebook, or connected to Instagram, you can actually go into your Facebook business manager, and Facebook will give you like the analytics of exactly who you're targeting the most, and that will also help you. Geographic location. I said the western part of the US, like I'm thinking like Cali, I'm thinking Washington, I'm thinking Nevada, like, you know, those areas around there are Arkansas, Arizona, that's like kind of always hot year round, right? Psychographic. This is the type of lifestyle that they have. They're health conscious. Again, we're talking organic ice cream. So they're health conscious, they're free spirited, environmentalist, naturalist, you know. They like being in nature, yoga, exercising, hiking, gardening, a lot of outdoor activities. They read a lot of natural remedy almanacs, holistic care columns, self-help books, like healthy living. They shop at health food stores, whole food stores, farmers markets, vintage thrift, antique shops, and this is their behaviors. They like quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that it may cost $7 for a scoop of ice cream. This has no dairy. This won't break my skin out. It's not lactose. They care about the quality of their items. They're willing to pay a higher price for quality products that are environmentally friendly. Again, they prefer to shop at local markets, farmer markets, or brick and mortar stores. And I know that I mentioned this, guys, and this is something that I'm still learning, but it's definitely a process that's going to help you. Once you get it right, you can do it over and over again. What is your flywheel? What are the simple things you do in your business to make it work? What are the repeatable processes that you can delegate to someone as you grow? Once you realize, okay, I make great content. Let's say it like this. I make great content, right? I'm serving my audience with great content, with great information, great resources. I'm making it simple, right? So you could listen to this as you're on your way to work. You could listen to this early in the morning, as soon as you wake up, 10 minutes. All I need you to do is take 10 minutes out your day and listen to this meditation, this guided meditation. This meditation is going to help you center yourself, help you set an intention, help you flow through your day. And then guess what? If you're feeling off or feeling yourself getting away, then take 10 minutes out in the middle of your day and then come back to it. Simple. That's it. I don't need you to go here, there, and everywhere. Just get in the quiet corner, go sit in the closet, go sit in the bathroom, keep it simple. And that solution, serve simple solutions. When you're able to serve simple solutions and you realize this is working, then you can take those same, I guess you could say fundamentals, and apply it to another part of your business or another product, another service. Again, simple, serve simple solutions. That is how you're going to keep your customers coming back, because everybody wants simplicity. Simplicity is honestly what's best, guys, especially when it comes to us being business owners. Don't try to overdo it. That was me. I used to be perfect, Patty. I'm not anymore. I keep it simple. And that is where we're going to wrap it up with marketing. So I do have a few books for you guys. Number one, oh, hold on. What y'all said? Jaden Smith has good box water. I'm going to have to check that box water out. I've been doing water with the higher pH level, just to make sure I'm putting the right things in my body. Of course, we have The Righteous Seed by Aston. This book is a really, really great, again, mindset. Mindset is everything. And the main books that I'm gonna give you guys are dealing with mindset. This is really, really great for mindset. This shows you how to sow the seeds. And right now we're in fertile soil, right? Especially all of this is fresh. This is great. Take this, and especially the guys that got the $10 right, y'all are not going to be upset. I'm telling y'all, like, look, you're not going to be upset. So Aston, this is Aston's book right here, The Righteous Seeds. You can always, he's going to drop the link for those guys that want to purchase. This is another great one, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, because we are controlled by our subconscious mind and not the conscious. Conscious is what we do when we're aware. Subconscious, we're not aware of what actually is happening, and we're not taking control of that, right? This teaches you about believing in yourself, about changing the way that you're thinking, about putting the right seeds, again, the righteous seeds, into your mind. So The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is really great. And this book, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. Yes, The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. This book is really great when it comes to calling in that prosperity. And prosperity ain't just money, y'all. Money, resources, finances. We are a resource for y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? You can get $20 today or tomorrow and go buy something. Okay, that's your money, it's gone. But when you got a resource, or like food stamps is a resource. You may not have to pay for the food from with your money, but you're definitely going to get it because it's your resource. Money, business, resources, and finances, right? This book is really going to help you tap into your prosperity that always lies within. Anything that you want is not outside of you, it's in here. So we are done. We are done, y'all. We went hard. It's like 2 hours, y'all, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Oh my God, it's been 2 hours. I didn't even realize that, but it's been great information. So I honestly learned a lot. Like, I'm on here as a panelist, but I'm learning a lot. Like I told you, I'm still e2sound111@gmail.com. That can't happen, baby. If I go try to get a government contract, they're gonna look at me. They're gonna put me right on the side. So I'm on here just like you guys, needing to improve in my business and do the right thing. So now we're going to open up the floor for questions. Do not be afraid. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only way that you have a stupid question is if you don't ask. And that used to be me. When I was in school, I used to be afraid of asking questions because I didn't want to feel dumb and stuff. And then here you go, somebody else and ask the question. I'm like, well, that didn't sound too dumb. So yeah, if you guys want to unmute yourselves or raise your hands, we are giving, oh, thank you, Nakosha. Please raise your hands. Yes, let's be respectful towards everybody. There was an iPhone user that raised their hand. I don't know if they're still on because it just says iPhone. So if you guys have any questions, come on, let's go. Ask us. We ready.
Throw them out there, yo. Don't be shy. Throw them out there. I know somebody got a question.
If nobody will go, I have a question. And somebody raised their hand up.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still trying to figure out. Oh, okay, Jamaica. Okay, let's let who was that? Tylon? I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, that
All
was Tylon.
Okay, Jamaica, I'm
He
trying
can go
to.
first.
Okay, all right then, Jamaica, I'm gonna come to you as soon as Tylon is done.
I just wanted to say thank y'all, each three of the panelists. Thank y'all because y'all gave some very vital and important information. And Coach Ashton, I had a question. I probably have a question for each of y'all. The site where you said I needed the SMART acronym. I needed the full acronym, the SMART. I didn't catch it all in my notes.
Specific,
Yeah,
measurable,
I got specific, measurable, achievable.
relevant, and time bound.
All right, relevant.
Yes, and specific is stating what you're going to do with your action goals. Measurable is providing a metric or a roadmap, just like how Nakosha was talking about with wanting to do so much, but you got to sit down and map that out. Achievable is within your scope. Is this achievable? Is this attainable? Do you have the systems and the structure put into place? Relevant is, does it make sense? Am I trying to make $1 million with I mean, like, why do we even keep throwing out $1 million? Let's stop capping ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to do that anymore. Like, but we need to have a goal, but I don't want to be putting no cap on ourselves. Because everybody's like, I want to be a millionaire, but damn, what else? What happens after we become a millionaire? We go back to $1? No. And time bound, which is put a date on it. You have to put a date on it. You got to make it real. You got to set a goal towards it. So that's the SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Does that answer your question, Tylon?
Oh, yeah. And Ms. Nakosha, she already answered my question. She had put the Dooms number. I appreciate you as well. She had put it in the chat for me. And I thank y'all.
Okay. All right. So Jamaica, I'm about to unmute you.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
All right, mine is sort of like a question, but more of like I need a little input. My struggle is like for a lot of the grants and like when you're presenting your business to people and stuff, they want to know what problem you're solving. I do like t-shirts and birthday pins and stuff like that. Like I struggle with answering that question because like I don't really know what problem I'm solving or
The first thing that came to my mind, and Nakosha and Aston, y'all can chime in, was convenience. You're providing the convenience. You're solving the problems of them having to go in the store, find a shirt, or go on Etsy and wait 10 to 12 days for the shirt to come in. You're providing a fast, convenient, reliable, tangible product. That's what I would say. You guys can chime in as well.
And unique, because the items that you may be providing, they probably can't find that certain design in the store. And this could be a design or something that they built in their minds, and now they're coming to you to put it, in front of them. So a uniqueness as well. That was good, Brittany, because we've been trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So, and another word was you help them execute their ideas. You help them execute that. Yeah. So execution, because everybody be like, once you hit execution, it's like, oh, go mode. Yes. So yeah, execution. Make sure you include that in there because execution be hard for all of us.
Okay. And another thing, like I don't want, like I know you said, search the demographics and stuff like that. I want everybody to come to me. Like my ultimate goal is like I want to service the schools and stuff when they do their field days and stuff like that. Like I want anybody to come to me. So I don't want to like, be for a certain demographic. I want anybody to be able to come.
I feel that because I sort of have that same struggle where I know I serve a specific audience. However, I am open to serving others. I guess you can see I'm struggling with that. But what I will say is, maybe you can start off with saying, okay, the schools, that's perfect. They always doing t-shirts. I started off serving the schools, and then I started serving the local businesses, the local hospitals, the local mom and pop stores. You can start off with your local stuff. So even though you kind of want to, like you said, you want to be able to serve everyone. Okay, well, let's start off doing our local, which is, which includes a whole lot of people. And it may not be just a school, but it's your local school, your local hospital, your local mom and pops, your local business owners that need shirts. That's like, honestly, as I'm saying it, it's feeling very good. So when you're serving the locals, those local people also have to advertise those shirts. And then those people that are in Texas or Arizona or wherever, who made a shirt, this and that. I started off serving local people. Then once these people in another state found out, then you get what I'm saying? So I guess that would be like a working your way into that and growing with it. But that's kind of how I would look at that. What would y'all two say?
Okay, thank you.
I was gonna say for my nanny, she is a travel agent, or at least she's still working, and she's from New Orleans, so she started off in New Orleans, and like she was doing like little vacation stuff, like local, like family stuff like that. She eventually, after Katrina, she ended up venturing off to doing the schools. The schools were different because they would go to like Italy and Spain and going across and stuff like that. So she was making more money because she had more students. The students and the parents were coming, and the teachers or whoever was coming. So it was easier for her to make a little extra money because she ventured off to doing the bigger things. So I agree with Brittany, start off small, start off local, and then eventually word of mouth's gonna get out there, then the bigger company's gonna want you to do their t-shirts. So.
That's it. Y'all don't have no questions. I mean, I'm fired up. I literally took a nap for this. Okay.
I feel like my business is a little complicated. I hand dye yarn, so I knit and crochet and all that jazz. I picked up needlepoint and I started sewing, but mostly I knit and crochet and I hand dye my yarn. My issue I have is that people in the South, we can't really. There's no need, I guess, for hand dyed yarn or yarn in general, I guess. Well, they don't want to pay for it because hand dyed yarn costs more because it's wool and not acrylic. So if you go to like Walmart or Joann's or Michael's, you're buying the cheaper yarn that is acrylic and it's itchy on your skin, it doesn't feel good. But if you live in the north somewhere, you're gonna want that wool that's warm and that has that better feel. So my problem is, I know my audience, I target my audience, but I have a hard time. They'll get to my website, but they won't buy. That's the hardest part for me right now. And I don't know, because when I market everywhere, not just Louisiana. I market the whole country. Even I've done a couple of shows that was even overseas virtually. So it's like, what am I doing, what I need to do to get my audience to buy from me?
Hey, Brittany, can I chime in on this?
Yes, because I'm still thinking. So yes.
So I'm gonna add this to Mika's question. So one of the things, I put it in the chat group, y'all. One of the things that I like to use, and you can use it whenever you're branding yourself and whenever you're doing your market research. So that's why I was talking about Google. It's a lot of different free services out there. Google has a analytical tool called Google Trends. And if y'all check that out in the chat, it's pretty much, you can type in anything. Like Micah, like your specific business, It's very unique, but if you type in those certain keywords that attach to your business, you can actually see how many people. You can actually break it into a broader search engine to show how many people actually searching for it in the United States, or you can shrink it down to Louisiana and then you can actually shrink it down even lower to that particular area. Y'all can play around with it because the tool is very robust. It's called Google Trends. Y'all can check that out. So like when you're doing the market research, like Mika was saying, she wants to connect to everybody. That's good. But what separates you from that other business that may be doing the same thing? So you want to think about some of those keywords that we brought up. We brought up about quality. We brought about uniqueness. We talked about that. Obviously it's crafts, but what separates you from that? And when you do that market research and you really see what people searching for, then you could kind of alter your business model as well. Micah, the reason why and a lot of people may struggle with conversions, because I struggled with conversions in the beginning of my business too. So the part that's missing, right, is, okay, you tell a story, right? You tell a story, you get people to gravitate towards that story. A lot of times whenever we're first starting their business, and now I'm not saying go out there and give people free items, right? Give them free material. But we're in the information age. So if you don't have an email list, if you're not trying to develop an email list, if you're not trying to develop and extract information from your people, then you're going to struggle with conversions. The reason why a lot of people that you see on social media convert, because they sell themselves, they tell a story, but this is something that we may not recognize. They do a call to action, right? So a call to action is something that, okay, once you get to this certain part, after you look at the story, you get to know who I am. Here's a call to action, like sign up for my email to get 15% off on your first purchase, or whatever you may think about doing, like a call to action. And that's how you'll be able to get some conversions.
And I'm doing that. Like I knew from when I moved back home, because I lived in Seattle. When I came back home, I wanted to find a yarn shop. The yarn shop that I knew of in Baton Rouge is closing. Okay, well, shoot, I want to open my own damn yarn shop. So that's when I ventured off into dyeing, because I already knew we're losing one, but we're going to gain it back. So I wanted to have that yarn shop. So I don't have a brick and mortar, but I do pop-up shops. So I'm there. People are getting to know who I am. They just don't. Again, it's really hard to try to get people, especially in the South, to want to buy the yarn, because it's a hard market just on itself, because it's too hot here. You're not going to wear a beanie year round. You're not going to wear a scarf year round. We get 3 weeks of winter here. So it's really difficult to really try to sell it. But I have the emails where I have 100 subscribers now who I send emails to once a month. And then any new subscribers that I get, they get 15% off their first order. So I send out those emails monthly, where I'm going to be at, where my pop-up shop's going to be at, what I'm doing, what's on sale or whatever. I do that every month and let them know what I'm doing, where I'm going. It's just getting them to go to the website and actually paying for the stuff they put in their cart. And even if they put stuff in their cart and they abandon their cart, I send another email 20 minutes afterwards, say, hey, you left this in your cart. Go ahead and buy it now before it's gone. So I'm doing those steps that y'all talking about. It's just like, why are they not buying? So I'm trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong for them not to buy?
Not sending enough emails. And I'm only saying that because I can attest. I have an email list also, and I'm sitting here like, why am I not sending like I told you, I'm here, but I'm also in the same boat as some of you guys, because I'm not utilizing my email list how I should be, in those email lists. Don't just send, I don't know what you're sending, but I would send something like, do you guys, I would honestly do a video. Oh, the feel of this keeps me so cozy. Oh my God. In the summertime, I love to put my AC down all the way to 69. And I love to cozy up with my nice warm quilt, and then get me a cup of tea. And Like you gotta put them there. Like I understand where you're coming from, especially with, you know, with us being in the South and the quality of what you're selling. You know, people may want the quantity, again, quality over quantity. I would also say, since you've already been in Seattle, I would connect with those stores up there, even mom and pop brick and mortars, ask them if they can, sell your items, because
I have 2 shops in Seattle and 2 shops in Colorado.
okay.
I
I
didn't want to cut you off, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm doing the stuff y'all talking about. It's just they buy in the stores. Now I will say this: when I did a pop-up shop in a store in Colorado, I had about 100 skeins, and I sold more than half of them in the store. So I was there with the customers. I was talking to them. We were interacting. We knit together. We sat down. We talked, and we had conversations. And by the time I left after the weekend, I sold more than half of my skeins of yarn.
Well,
Do you
that's
have like customer reviews? Like, because I know with me, like it's a broader business, but with me, a lot of my business comes from people, you know, giving their reviews, saying how like my vinyl on my shirts is some of the shirts that some of the only shirts that lasted for years. Like I have customers that'll tag me in shirts that I did years ago and they still holding up. The vinyl and the work that I did on the shirt will outlast the shirt. So maybe try that, get people that, you know, that have bought your stuff to give reviews, like do a little short video review or something, and you offer them.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Like offer them a little, you know, a little discount or something like that if they do your review, or, you know.
I've had people review me, not on my website, but like I have friends who also knit and crochet, and I'll send them my yarn, and they'll knit or crochet with my yarn, and then they'll post about it on Instagram, and they'll tag me in the Instagram post. So I had them do that, but they're not on my website.
That needs to be on your website. Yes, Loox,
yeah.
LOOX. What platform are you using?
I use Facebook and Instagram, but what do you mean from my website?
Yes,
I use GoDaddy.
Okay, GoDaddy may have an app, but whatever app the app that I use, Shopify, and they have a Loox, LOOX app. I'm not sure if GoDaddy has it as well, but you can literally scroll down to the bottom of my website and you see people using it. People using the products or whatever. Also YouTube, you know, one thing I'm going to start doing is being more active on YouTube, because I love YouTube. So why not also be a resource on YouTube? You have to start, informing your people about first of all, get the fake wool and get the real wool. Put them on side of each other. Do y'all see the difference in this? Do y'all feel this? You know, you have to do things like that. You got to make them be like, so I've been wearing this fuzzy, itchy stuff this whole time, and she got the real stuff. Let me go over there and see what this is about. Put you some nice lo-fi in the background. Get in a quiet area. You see, like, I don't even have much here, but this little green plant doing enough right here. You know what I'm saying? Get there, start knitting, sewing, talking to people, telling them what's going on, sharing your story. And even if you want to start sharing some of those deep things that you don't want to talk about, connecting with your people. Get on there and start crocheting, start knitting, start talking like how we sitting up here talking right now. And it's going to feel a little weird, but then you're going to start connecting with people. Get on TikTok. Right now, I kid you not, I didn't even realize this. I did a garlic challenge, right? And I wasn't really on TikTok like that. Right now, I have 131,000 views on TikTok. And I don't even be utilizing TikTok like that. And it's like, why aren't you? So, you know, I can honestly say that's an excuse for me not doing it. Like the different platforms, the way that you're putting yourself out there. But I would definitely say get on YouTube. Like people love to sit up there and just watch people craft. People work from home. They got their computer right here and they got the phone right there, eating a bag of chips, waiting on somebody to call, watching YouTube. Oh, girl, what Micah said? Oh, I got to tune in for the next episode. Oh, I like how I'm going to have to order one of them. I like that. And it's great quality. Chip. You know, like that's how you're going to attract them. But you got to put yourself out there. And I'm only telling you this because these are the same things that I need to do myself. Straight up.
And Brittany, I see, I think her name is Dejavon wants to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right before you speak, Dejavon, that's when I want to come back to her and I want to tell her, That's when it comes to, you need to have that online presence with Google and Yelp and those listings, because you need to have those Google reviews for your business. When I Google, like if I go and Google your name right now, your business name right now, is it going to come up and show me that you have that different thing? Those reviews should be right there, because the first thing we're going to go to is Google. I'm not going to go to Instagram to see if they like your stuff or go underneath the post and stuff. I'm going straight to Google. So I'm gonna hand it over to I think her name is Deja.
Hey y'all, you got it right, and I will be talking to you soon about doing my LLC because I have not established it yet. But I wanted to talk to Miss Flora Lee Stitched. I use social media to soak up everything. So TikTok, I have literally done went up and down TikTok. That'll be the perfect place for you. I see a girl, and if I can find her page again, I will try to get her your information. She stitched clothes for herself to wear every day with just yarn. And I've learned about my customers, they always want to know the brands. I do nails, so they want to know what's the product I'm using. Why their nails always look so brittle when they go to the salon, but when they come to me, it's not that brittle. Why does it smell different? What is the smell you're using? I let them know. And it's not trying to downplay anybody else's product, but you know the quality of your product. So I know that my product is all about quality. It's about making sure the nails are healthy, making sure it don't break, longevity. It's about making sure their crystals last as long as the nails is on, making sure they never break. They want to know why their nails break so fast at the nail shop, because they're using illegal product, because they're using things that can take off your nail beds, then each nail bed is up or cause fungus. Once they start knowing that, okay, you telling me the yarn that I've been using, that's why it's itchy because it's bad quality, then they're gonna want to know more about your product. Why does that, what makes it different? So with me, I don't know everything, I'm not gonna lie. But what I do is I try to soak up everything off of TikTok, off of Instagram, because they are trending. Like they're keeping up with everything we need to know. Everything we need to know to use for marketing, everything we need to know to use to try to not convince or lie to them, but let them know this is why our product lasts longer. This is why it's so good, or this is why it's the best product that you might run into right now, because I'm looking for quality to make sure that your guys' skin don't break out. You guys don't catch a rash. I'm making sure that I'm doing everything to make sure it's healthy for you. So when I run into her, and I'm telling you, she's trending big time off of the clothes she make, just off of hand stitching her outfits with yarn. If I can find her, I will send her your information and try to see if she can purchase some from you, because I don't know where she get it from, but I'm pretty sure it's not what you're talking about. Like once they start putting out in the young crowd, they really is trending on social network. If they can put it out, then anybody will come get it.
Okay.
So that's all I want to say. I'm just listening. I'm soaking up everything. I like to soak up things. So I don't really talk, but I want to tell you that because they really be on TikTok.
On social media, she actually has a vending machine with her yarn in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she dyes or what the process is, but she has a vending machine. She has it in like different areas. I think in like Baltimore or New York somewhere. She has several of them.
So she has her own yarn?
Everything. I don't know. I don't know the details. I just know I see her on social media a lot, and she makes her own clothes with the yarn, and she has vending machines for the yarn.
That's what you need to be studying. That you got to study her. That you need to be knowing them details.
But to say, did you reach out to her and ask her?
Reach out, network. Yeah, network with her.
Ask her, talk to her. I mean, they'd be so happy to talk to people. Talk to her and say, look, do you get your own yarn from Sarah somewhere? And she'd be like, well, I buy them from somewhere. Hello.
And we were talking, when we went over the marketing, the research, and when I say research, the people in your demographic. Does she have a website? Go look at her website. Go compare her website to yours. Not saying you're going to copy, but you're going to see the language, the verbatim, all those things that she may be doing that you're not doing. Introduce yourself to her. That better be your bestie from now on, because guess what? That's who you need to be going to. Her ain't, look, I'm telling y'all this, but as I'm telling to you, it's like my self is also saying, and Miss, what you need to be doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
I need to be doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? But I love this because it's helping me look at myself and what I'm not doing too. Like all of this is, I thought that, like, I really was like, okay, I'm going to come on here and, you know, teach, and y'all teaching me just as much. So like, I love this energy exchange. Like, I love this. So, you
And I
know, but
wanted to
Michael,
add this.
that needs to
I'm
be
sorry.
your bestie. That needs to be your bestie, Michael.
I wanted to add this. I was like I told you, I look at everything nails on Instagram and whatnot. So they got this guy who make Valentino products. I don't know if you heard of him, but it's all acrylic and everything. He's pretty famous now. But he gave me, well, he gave the world a hint about how to advertise better. He said it's not about posts anymore on Instagram. It's all about your reels. And if you can get them in with your reels, then you got them. And today it was so crazy to me. And I wanted to cry, but it didn't, it's like it don't mean much, but it mean a lot. I posted a video that went viral because, you know, I'm trying to do nails and make everybody fall in love with them. And these green nails I did, I hate lime green, but they actually, everybody loved them. And I posted up my reel. I literally got over 1,400 views. And one of them so happened to be somebody from the Caribbean. And she wanted to know about where I get my charms, and she thinking she's coming to me, not knowing that I'm nowhere near the Caribbean. So I'm like, if that could have reached you, that did a lot for me. So it's all about presentation, how you do your reels, and the songs. If the songs is trending, they're definitely watching it.
Yeah, and I'm not a big.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, I was just saying, like, I'm like, I'll post on social media and get off. I don't really like to scroll, but then now I'm realizing, like, this is the world we live in right now. Yeah, so it's like you're gonna have to get with the trending stuff. And like, I'm not a trendy person, but it's like, okay, what song trending now? What's trending now?
What's
Okay, let
gonna
me go
pull
ahead and
them
put this together. Yeah, you know.
That's what I was gonna say. Trends is important, so you might wanna in-person interactions. So like you said, we're in Louisiana and it's a lot of, you might wanna go to a cold place like a hospital where there's nurses or anything and get in-person interaction.
And nursing homes as well.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yes, nursing
And
homes. They
I just-
love
nurses,
it.
like it's a cold place. That's just where my
Yes.
business mind went with it. You should just,
Yes.
you should get a
They
nurse, a
love
lot
the
of young
jackets.
nurses,
They love the
hospitals, bundle
the
up in there and
blankets.
they can have knit stuff on in there.
I was
So just
thinking
wanted
that
to tell
too,
you
like
that.
older people love warm stuff. That's what I was thinking also, Micah. Try to target the elderly, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And also like
I
for the
want to TikTok reels and stuff like that. I did a TikTok reel, not TikTok, Instagram reel, whatever. I got over 7,000 views on it.
You see,
7,000
So-
views.
It's
and
trying
Monica,
to.
let me just say this, because like you
Sorry.
sound, I don't know if that's just the way that you sounded. Like you sound like you're discouraged. Don't get discouraged, no, because like just for example, okay, a lot of those people just say like in Laplace or when Gonzales flooded that time, nobody had flood insurance and stuff because they never thought that it would happen to them. So now everybody getting flood insurance, whether they need it or not. You know what I'm saying? Just because you never know. You know what I'm saying? So don't get discouraged. Just like when your time come, it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But just keep at it, stay consistent. If that's what you love to do, like keep doing it. There's a saying, I don't even know if this is biblical, but they say your gift will always make room for you. And in doing this, I found that out. My gift always makes room for me. Like I have years where my back hurting because I done made so many shirts or so many birthday pins, or I done put out so many birthday signs. And like starting this year, I barely did anything. You know what I'm saying? But I know when I'm feeling discouraged or something, I might get one call. Hey, I need 2 shirts for this day or something like that. So, you know, I'm still doing something. So don't get discouraged. Just keep going at it. And your time gonna come. It's gonna, that one person that needs to see it is gonna see it. Like I started off doing signs right here in Lutcher and Gramercy. People been calling me from Port Allen and White Castle and all kind of places where it don't even make sense for me to go there because y'all gonna pay so much in travel fee. But word of mouth, you know, it's getting around or whatever. Like, and business picking up. So just stay consistent, stay at it, and if that's what you love to do, don't give up on it. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, Mike, I just
Your why. Your why. What's your why? If your why don't make you cry, then why are you doing it? Again, your why. And not cry in a bad way, cry in a good way. So, all right, y'all. Let's let Benjamin. Oh, I'm sorry, Aston and Benjamin
Are you
been
good?
waiting, y'all. Benjamin been
Yeah.
waiting. Sorry.
Good. You
It's all good.
good.
Go
I
on
just
ahead, Ashley.
go ahead, man. Now I'll be short, man. I just wanted to add my little 2 cents. Mike, I want you to read Jeremiah 29:11. And it's for I know the plans that I have for your life, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, and plans to give you a hope in the future.
Yes,
But one
sir.
thing that we also got to realize is that, and this will be a whole nother topic for another time when we get into marketing, but I just wanted to share this, is that we got to understand that every platform is different. Every single social media platform is different, like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can use Telegram. I mean, there's all different type of social medias that's different. But your niche and what you do is interactive. You're an interactive business. So like TikTok and Instagram, that would be your 2 focal points. Like, and somebody other business, like for me, is more I do a lot of motivational stuff. So Instagram and Facebook is kind of like my 2. TikTok, I actually went viral a few times, but I still haven't tapped into that platform just yet. It's a few other resources that I just wanted to give y'all just real shortly. And then I'll let Benjamin have the floor. InShot, these some of the tools that I use. I use InShot. That's for my videos. Video Speeder. For like whenever you're doing the reels, sometimes you got to speed up your video. That's free. Video Speeder is free. Yeah, it's called Video Speeder.
Can you ask them, once you go through this, can you please type it in the chat, because I need to know this too, and I want to make sure I spell it right.
Yeah, I drop it in there.
Okay.
So if y'all look at some of these social media influencers and y'all notice that their text is different and it's not the standard text that you will see on Facebook or Instagram, it's a website called IG Fonts. It's called IG Fonts. And you can type whatever you want to say, and then once you hit enter, it's gonna give you like a list of different fonts that you can use. All you got to do is copy and paste it and put it into your put it into your under your status. If you want to stand out, if you just don't want that standard Instagram character letters or anything, if you want to be more unique, you can do that as well. And then also they got something called amazing headlines. Like if you're trying to find like a good headline to use for a post, you type something in and it'll give you like a list of different things. Like if you type in like a certain phrase, it'll give you the best versions of that. I'm going back to Google Trends, y'all. Everything that we talked about could be found in Google Trends. That resource is a free tool. I'm telling you, when it comes, she already brought it up. She brought it up about the popular songs. What's the popular thing right now? Sean Payton got fired from the Saints, right? Now's the time to probably be doing some, stitching some Saints stuff. You know what I'm saying? People are emotional about losing Sean Payton, and they lose Drew Brees last year. I mean, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? So utilize those tools. Don't stop, don't quit. You got to keep putting yourself out there. Don't be afraid to video yourself and get comfortable in front of a camera. Create a YouTube channel. It's free. A lot of people say, well, it's kind of too late to start a channel. Yo, that's bull. That's bull. YouTube is one of the biggest search engines other than Google. Is one of the biggest search engines in the world. It's separate from Google. That's one of the biggest search engines in the world. Start you a channel and start recording. But anyway, that's my spiel, yo. That's my spiel. I just wanted to get that up. Benjamin, you got the floor, man.
All right, well, I appreciate all that. I work with Micah with Florida Stitch, so I definitely appreciate everything everybody's saying. But I had one thing about the financial side. Like, what do y'all use to keep up with just like the number aspects of everything? Because if you have multiple credit cards, I'm sure that's pretty a lot to kind of juggle with trying to keep up with all that. So I'm just kind of seeing what y'all do on the financial side to keep up with, expenses and income and expenses,
Well, for those particular cards, I have a spreadsheet that's my business credit spreadsheet. So for each account, I have how much I've been approved for, and then I'll break it down like how much I use a month, and I kind of just keep up with it like that.
Okay.
Ashton, you might want to add to that,
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
numbers.
So he's a spreadsheet
Yeah.
person. So everything I do as far as finance, he handles that and he puts down a spreadsheet. So he can do that.
Yeah,
So, like,
I'm
with
a
me-
master at spreadsheets.
So with me, I used to be a spreadsheet guy, but especially like for those that want to do different businesses and different genres, you got to organize yourself because it's tax season and things get, if you don't have all your ducks in a row, things get sticky. Me personally, I just went back to the basics. The basic for me is QuickBooks. I use QuickBooks, the business feature. First I started off as, they got one that's like $29 a month. I know that sounds like a lot, guys, but when it comes to, and our coach could interject with this, when it comes to the end of the year and you're trying to file taxes and QuickBooks, you can actually they have tools in there that you can track your mileage, you can add credit cards, you can add debit cards to it. It tracks all that for you. Like it does, it's automated, and that's not nothing against doing it with the spread. Nothing's wrong with that. It's whatever your prerogative is. Me personally, it saves me time. I do have a bookkeeper. I do have a CPA. But but I make sure I have my books in order before I hand it over to her. That's less money I got to come out.
Right, because they'll come out with more money. Yeah.
Right.
So as you grow, then you want to look into bigger, bookkeeping, stuff. But QuickBooks is a good one to, keep up with it. You're able to just pull the reports and everything is there for you to hand over to your tax people. So like Ashton said, I have more than one business. And like I said, this is my first year that I've worked completely for myself. So it's tax time now. And I'm sitting here just trying to pull reports from different places, different websites and things like that. So it's a good record keeper.
All right, sweet, thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
And if you don't want to use QuickBooks, they got an app that's when I first started, it's called Expensify. It's called Expensify. It's a little bit cheaper than QuickBooks.
Yeah.
It's not that intuitive in my opinion, but it depends on where you start off and what your budget is. Expensify. That's what I use prior to QuickBooks.
Yeah. It's an app, you can put it on your phone too. Any other comments or questions?
And yes, we will be doing this more often because I feel like this is so needed. Like I didn't realize how much I needed this myself. Seriously.
Right. And when you guys come back, we want to hear, from each other that we kind of, okay, I moved to the next step. I've accomplished this. Don't just take the information and sit on it, y'all. Like I say, right now is the time to get it going. Like Ashton said, he just gave y'all 3 goals. Get your LLC if you ain't got it, your EIN, and you're done. All you're gonna pay for in the state of Louisiana is $105, but EIN and DUNS is free. That's your major 2 things right there to get you started, get you structured. So
Louisiana takes 24 hours to get it done. So you got to wait 24 hours after you do the paperwork. Make sure when you do it, make sure you fill out everything correctly because if not, they will deny you and you have to redo everything. They did it to me twice.
Yes, everything has to match across.
Because I did autofill with my Apple MacBook, and don't do that because then they'll put the zip code where the city's supposed to go, and then now you got to redo everything because they can't change it.
Yes.
So I'm registered in the state of Louisiana and in the state of Colorado. So Colorado, I only pay $50, but in the state of Louisiana, it's $100 plus a $5 service fee or whatever it is.
Right.
So like I said, it takes 24 hours to get that done.
Yep.
And as far as the recording, guys, this is how we're going to do it, which is I like this better. We will be saving the recording. The recording is going to be uploaded on a few different platforms, right? Aston has his Black Mecca, our Black Mecca platform. If you guys aren't on that, you need to get on it. We're going to upload the video there. I have a YouTube channel, so we're going to upload the video on my YouTube channel. And however Nakosha wants to do it for herself, she can do it. I'm pretty sure Nakosha is starting a YouTube channel to show people how to get business credit and everything else.
Oh, that's what you're feeling in your spirit. Thank you for
Yes,
letting me
yes.
I feel it. I feel it too in my spirit. I feel it.
Okay.
know. Okay.
So yeah, y'all. You know,
Yeah.
that's a win-win. I like that because it's like it's just helping. Number one, if you want to go back and see the recording, sure. You just have to go on the platforms. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And why not? I think that was a good idea. I like that idea. Like that came from out of nowhere. I like that. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, this was nice. I needed
You know what?
this.
One more thing to say. I had another question. I have more questions.
Sure.
Okay.
For Ms. Knight, Coach, I'm not even about to mispronounce your name this time. You said for the email, the business email, it has to be a what instead of a?
So you want it always to be at your business name. You don't never want it to be at Gmail, at Yahoo. So like mine is Nikosha at BethancourtConsults.com. So you want it to, and I think you can get those like through GoDaddy or, you know, like your website platforms and stuff like that. They have different places.
Yeah, Talon, you wouldn't even pay. You're not even gonna pay $5 for that, my guy. If you go on GoDaddy,
I just never even knew about that.
Yeah.
That
You can get that under $5, or you can go through Google as well. And sometimes these, like Nikosha said, a lot of these website builders, if you paying to get your website, 9 times
your
out of 10 it
domain.
comes with a professional email.
Yep.
So
I have
you know,
emails. I use my business email for like my customers to contact me. And then when I initially only had the Gmail one, so it's FurdyStitch at Gmail, I started using that one initially. And then when I got the new email, I have that on my website now. So my customers contact me on there. My wholesalers is on my Gmail.
Yeah.
Where I can separate who's contacting me and what email. So
And some of the domains, when you get in your website, they might give you like 2 or 3 accounts. So you can have like, you know, to set it apart. I'm Nikosha at Bethancourt Consults. I can have accounts at Bethancourt Consults, and I can have info at Bethancourt Consults. So if you're scaling it bigger like that and you're growing, then you know that's just something for thought too.
And also utilize Google free tools, Talon, like Google. You know, if you can't afford Microsoft Word, that's fine. They got free Google Docs. They got the Excel. They got the PowerPoint. They got the storage where if you want to store your files for free. So
this
all
is
those
my
free
first
services.
time on Zoom. No, this is crazy. This is my first time using
Wow.
Zoom. So utilizing, because I like Brittany said she got a lot on the personal side. Like I'm a person like solitude. I've noticed that, and I'm a business person, and so it's kind of like that was important to speak on. And Coach Ashton, I had a question for you as well. You said the site where you can buy businesses. I didn't catch the name for that.
That's biz buy sell.com. And you can actually look at any business, any category that you want to go into in any state.
All right. Appreciate it.
And if you can set your price range from 0 to 10,000 or from 0 to $1 million, it's up to you. But I promise you, if you're looking to go the route where you're trying to buy a business that's already existing, it's out there. Trust me, everything you could possibly think about buying is on that website.
Appreciate y'all. Miss Brittany, I need to get that book as well. The subconscious book, the whole title.
Oh yeah, this is really great. The power of your subconscious. Can you see it? The power of your subconscious mind by Joseph Murphy. This really is, like I said, I love reading self-help books, and try to read an excerpt every morning when you wake up, so that when your mind is fresh and you don't have nothing on it, because this will really help propel you throughout your day, and it's gonna help you like see different things throughout your day that's gonna always correlate back to what you read. That's me. I'm a reader. I love to read in the morning.
Hey, Brittany, one more thing, then I'm gonna shut up. Guys, y'all just don't understand how us three, and I know we're gonna talk after this, y'all already know, we are so ecstatic and we so excited that so many people have stayed on this long. That means that we're providing value, and this will not be the last time we do this. I know it's COVID. We do plan on doing some in-person conferences and seminars as well. So we are really, I just want to tell y'all thank y'all for your time, man.
Yes,
for real.
Yes, I agree. That's what I was going to say. I was actually going to say, take a look at everybody on here now. Even Nakia with the black, what is that? A Honda? I don't know. But even Nakia with the black car. And even the iPhones and the Carrie and the Jalasi, we could all see y'all, even the 337 number. This
Yes.
is what health, wealth, peace, happiness, success, joy, and harmony is going to look like. It's going to look like us now. And I'm going to tell y'all something. We know that we're creating generational legacies, we're breaking generational curses, and we will be able to get to enjoy the fruits of our labor while we on this earth. That's what I do know. Okay. So although we know we setting it up for the next ones to come, we still gonna be able to enjoy this. And I know that we're gonna enjoy this even more, knowing that we've set certain things in place. So this is what wealth looks like now. It looks like us. We are in that group, and we putting our own trajectory, our own stigma, all that. Like, just we up next. Basically, we up now. Up next, we up now.
Hello. Y'all make sure and go get that free checklist. And maybe the next time that we'll talk, if you guys have gotten through the first checklist, then I'll have the checklist to start getting your government contract ready.
And also, guys, you can always, if anyone needs help, like with mindset or shifting their mindset, or even trying to figure out like how to tap into themselves, y'all know that's me, the self-help guru. I do free consultations also, so you can just go to any of my social media platforms, and I have the link up in my Linktree account. So yeah, so basically all three of us can be reached, all three of us can be reached. We all do consultations. So it all you have to do is reach out to us.
I got something to say to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a very, very quiet person. Brittany, you know that. I'm very much to myself. I only talk to you sometimes. So I'm gonna say this. Today actually helped me. Today, kind of like cleared my mind a little bit. Sometimes we be so busy and so wrapped up in what we're doing, we don't get the time to talk to people. So I hope y'all do this again. I hope y'all do this a lot more, because today was actually more helpful. I didn't even realize, and my attention span is very short. I did not realize I was on here this long, and it still grasped my attention the whole entire time. So I don't do this often. I don't talk to people. I'm very much to myself. If I'm not talking to anyone, I'm talking to just my husband. So with talking to everyone about business and strictly business is healthy to me. It clears my mind. So if we can do this more often, please let me know if y'all can set that up, because I'll tune in every time. This was really helpful. It was us being vulnerable, us learning and soaking up everything from each other. We actually helped each other in some areas or gave each other some advice. And you don't get that outside of this, because more people are more standoffish. They don't want to help. They don't want to feel like they're helping you. And some people just like to be bothered. So I appreciate this. This actually helped. I didn't know if I was even tuned in, because I'm that much to myself. So this was helpful, and I'll be reaching out to all y'all for help and for advice, because I am not, to me, where I need to be as far as in getting my LLC done, getting my certificate done. And that's the only part I probably procrastinate with. I'm gonna say that. So now that I have the people on my corner that can actually give me advice to how to get that done. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to be doing this a lot more, y'all.
And iPhone, I don't want to call you iPhone, but iPhone.
Who is iPhone?
Who is iPhone? Make yourself known, iPhone. Who is you?
Cereal.
Unmute yourself. I'm about to unmute you. Who are you, iPhone? Hold on. Y'all, I'm trying to, yes. iPhone don't want to unmute themselves. They want to
let me just say to Deja,
does my name show up?
Your name show up, Mika.
Okay, yeah, okay. This another iPhone. They just unmuted themselves, but then they went back on mute. But go ahead.
So to Deja, I want to tell you too that I know you said that's the only thing you haven't. We're never too late. Right now is the time to start. So don't think that you wasted time or whatever. Maybe that just wasn't the time to get it done. Now is the time to get it done, and now you have the tools and skills that can help you. Yeah. And you don't always have to pay. If we've given you the information, like I say, Google it or see. If you get the checklist, you can kind of just check it off. Just Google and see. And then if you have a question or something and you can't do it, then that's when you outsource. But otherwise, just try first. or shoot me a message, or Brittany or Ashton or anybody in the group. Maybe we'll try to get together a forum where we can get in touch with each other, and say, hey, I'm on the website, the IRS.gov website. What I need to type in or where I need to click, I'm trying to get the EIN, or I'm trying to get the DUNS. It's asking me if I need a government, because when you go to DUNS, it says government or something else. So
I have the EIN number. I have
okay,
it.
well, good.
I just have to get to the next step.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm doing, since I'm dealing with chemicals, I have to get my certificate first.
Yeah. So you need to make sure you got yours lined up right and everything. So good, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, so that's Cariel. But yeah, everything, it's all gonna work out. I love this, y'all, that we are here to, because in our culture, in our culture is like, oh, I ain't telling them how to, you could have a cousin that just built a house. And she know that you right there. You just need that extra say so, or just that extra what to do. And they won't even tell you. It took for me to leave Louisiana to see that these people out here they're giving out knowledge. They're giving out the information. You meet somebody down here in Texas and you say you at work or something like, I'm trying to find another house or something. Hey, let me give you this number for this lender right here. Make sure and tell them John sent you. They're giving you the information, and it's time out for us to stop doing that, because like you say, it's not competition. If we come together, we are so much stronger together than we are apart. So that's my stuff.
I just want to say, I don't know. I just feel it all in here. I feel it in my spirit. But no, guys, like, I was nervous, y'all. I had to go meditate before this, and I had coffee. I was like, I damn near started crying because I was just getting so nervous and anxiety just everywhere. And I literally had to go meditate because I was like, you got this. You was built for this. Like, I realized, like I said, at this time, it's time to put up or shut up. And I ain't about to shut up no time soon. I'm only going to start speaking out even more and stepping into my power. So y'all, like, this right here, this is me realizing you could do more than what you like. This is just the beginning, girl. Like, just think about when y'all really be doing in-person seminars with so many different people and connecting different, like, y'all, my mind is just like blown to where I think I need to sit for, like, I was going to go create some stuff after this, but I think I may sit with this for a while and just really bask in what we're doing right now. You know what I mean? We needed this, especially just us and just in our town. Like Nakosha said, like, one thing I have written down. My purpose here is to learn and to teach. When you learn something, you have to teach it. You can't keep all that inside of you. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, I'm kind of at a loss for words because there's so much going on. I'm just seeing different things right now, and it just feels really good, y'all. And I'm just happy y'all still here. I mean, we've been on here for like damn near 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. The old me, 10:17, baby, I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I had to have some coffee for this. I drank coffee at 6 o'clock. So I appreciate y'all. Like, I really do. And the way y'all can show us your appreciation, come back with some results. Come back with some results and something else that we can help y'all on. That's it.
The next time we have an event, my call to action, right, Micah? My call to action is for everybody in this room to bring one extra person.
I like
invite
that.
them to the seminar.
I like that. That's how y'all can show your appreciation. In addition to doing the work and coming back with more, bring an extra person. That's how y'all can show your appreciation. That's how we gonna grow. Like, girl, look, woof. All right. I love it. All right. I don't want to keep y'all. So any more questions? Any more questions? Y'all good? How y'all feeling? Everybody's good? I know we didn't bore you. I'm about to say I hope we didn't, because I know we did. And this was great. Like, this was, I'm telling y'all, I be on different webinars and different Zooms, and never what I thought I would be. Not even gonna say never what I thought, but I didn't think I was gonna be in this seat this quick after I literally just was on a Zoom, and now here I am. And y'all, then with Nakosha and Ashton is just, I don't even think we knew what we was doing. We just wanted to come together and help y'all. And now
we just wing it. We just winging it.
Yeah, we literally just was winging it, and look at how it happened. So yeah. Thank you.
Y'all said all the right things.
Thank y'all.
All
right.
Y'all
Thank
have a
y'all.
good night. Good luck with everything, and y'all can hit us up if y'all need.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Let's stay on Nakosha and Ashton.
All right.
Everybody else, thank y'all.
Oh, I'm about to say how you leave, but never mind. I see the bird. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
All right,
too.
peace, y'all.
All right.
It's like watching the students leave out the classroom.
Nakia.
Nakia, you and your black car, okay?
They are hot. Look, she probably sleeping over there.
Yo, man,
Hold on,
it's gonna be hard for me to go to
right
I
sleep.
can no, I can just remove everybody. Oh shoot, no, I ain't trying to report her. I don't want to report her. I just want to remove her. Okay.
You cut the recording off, you can cut it off.
Oh, hold on. Thank you. I definitely need to.
I don't want to say nothing in
Yes. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Let me cut the recording off.